paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going, yeah. We about to put on a show, these haters don't even know. They're in too deep like a hole. And they about to find out what it means when you enter into my house. How it feels when you always seem to strike out. Cause I don't lose, no I win, I go all out. The air is filled up with suspense. We've got our dreams we must defend. And we know what we represent. So we'll keep fighting till the end. And we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. And we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. This is our calling, this is our calling. This is our calling, this is our calling.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
What's up, boys and girls? I know it's been like a week, okay? But Charlotte was a big deal, so I had to fly out there very early on Wednesday. But we made it. Welcome back. It has been an insane week. Some unexpected shit that I never saw happened. Well, I guess I kind of saw it happening. Just not that early and soon. But also racing at Charlotte. Easily the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. I loved it. God, I wish I could do it. I wish I could do it every day. Racing at Charlotte made me realize that this is what I need to be doing in life. So very, very cool. So we'll talk about that. But we're also going to talk about the elephant in the room, or the nose in the room. And that's my boy Nick Rekieta. Was arrested last week. I think it was like Friday or something, or Thursday night. He was arrested last week, schedule 1 through 4 possession. And that's, it's, cocaine, ecstasy, MDMA, Xanax. I think that's it. There's probably more. There's probably, you know how Nick is. He's got to, if he's going to go hard, he's going to go hard, you know. Ketamine, thank you. So yeah, a lot of that happened. And of course, the police went to his home and raided his home. And they found over 25 grams of cocaine, which is like a softball. That's a lot. That's a lot of cocaine, man. Yeah, he went to jail and he bailed out, I think, Sunday morning or Saturday night. $50,000 bail. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. And a lot of people are just now learning what a lot of us knew for a long time. And we're really worried about. And I posted this on Twitter that, look, it's finally out there in the open. Let's just let Nick recover from this and heal, regardless of the legality behind it. Let's let him, let's fucking leave him alone. It's easy to dogpile. I get it. But you know how it is. People were angry on the Twitter. I get it. So we're going to talk about that. Very few actually knew. Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me fix this. Yeah, it was like out of focus as hell. So, Agrolith says, tell him to stop posting the locals. Yeah, I'd probably do that. But we're gonna get into it very heavily. And I'm gonna tell you guys my side of everything and what I've known for a long time. And it's gonna be a tough show, man. And Nick will probably not like me after this, but I don't want people to take this in a way that people usually take things, because from my perspective and from what I've known for a long time, Nick needs help. Nick needs a little bit of accountability in his life as far as what's going on right now. And he needs to pull a 180 and fucking go, right? Pull a 180 and go. He's facing 25 years in prison, and I don't think he'll see any of that. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the case. We're going to talk about everything. So if you have any questions, just ask me. I'm pretty open. But yeah, it's going to be painful to talk about. I love the damn man. I love Nick. And I've been really battling with myself about talking about this for about a week since this all happened. I talk Art the Clown. We talk a lot in DMs, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I can talk about this shit. Because I know some fucked up shit, and because I've been there. I was there the whole time. I was there. So, you know, it's been an ongoing issue, and a lot of people were angry at me on Twitter because they're like, why didn't you do anything to stop this? And I'm like, dude, I have called and texted Nick fucking 100 times in the last 6 months, being like, dude, are you okay? We should fly out to Tennessee. Let's get a cabin and let's fucking chill and watch movies, man. No drugs. Just fucking chill and watch movies. And he's like, I don't have time. And I get it. Look, I get it. So people don't see the behind the scenes. They don't understand. They think you're just fucking enabling. And like, no, we've been trying. You know, a lot of people have been trying because we love the man. You know, he has a good heart, regardless of what people believe or on forums. I know the guy in real life. So you'd have to bring. All right, now. All right, calm down. This is where we're just having fun. All right, here we go. Let's read some super chats, and then we're going to get into it. By the way, we're up against the 307th Naked Snake in a row. Every $100 super chat does go on the car. I had like 60 or 70 names on the Charlotte car. I'm going to show you guys that. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Fur fan, what's up? 34 months. Tell Lil Hope I said hi. Time flies, man. Billy Hatcher. Love you, dude. I appreciate that, man. If it sucks you didn't get a top 10 in the race, I was a bit confused about your tweet until I read it multiple times, then got it. Will you be doing pool parties? Yeah, dude. I'm all summer, man. All summer. Thank you, Billy. I love you, dude. I appreciate you, Billy, for your first pink boy of the night. Thank you. The grift must go on. Not sure. You ain't lying, baby. I got a mortgage. What's up? Thank you. Noah says, dude, Friday was a blast. Too bad we weren't able to connect, but it was awesome. So I fell out of the car and the medics had to come over. I was really worn out. So I pretty much got on a golf cart and drove out of Charlotte. I had to get checked out by the medical people and everything. It was fucking hot, dude. Noah Sanders, my AC didn't work at all, barely. So it would come on and off, on and off and on. So thank you, Noah Sanders. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, buddy. Slag Lust, 2 for the Goomba. You corrupted him. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about that bullshit, by the way. Potentially criminal. Hey, Sean, how you doing, dude? Anyone watching them knew there was been a problem? Yeah, that's what I said. I can't believe it, to be honest. I saw. Look, I don't fucking read the forums. I think that shit's lame. I went to like mine like a year ago, and it said that I was a trust fund baby or something. And I was like, yeah, I ain't reading that shit. I left the trailer park at 21. What the fuck? It was funny. So I was like, yeah, all this is stupid. I ain't even read this. So anyways, that being said, yeah, I was so surprised people thought that he was just drinking a lot. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you can tell. You can tell when people haven't had addicts in their family. And I'm not talking about like the addict in your house. I'm talking about like an addict when it comes to like substance abuse. Like, you definitely have never seen this shit if you think that just drinking does this. Oh, you lost 70 pounds because you were drinking whiskey? Oh, come on. Fuck off. Bro, fuck off. I gain weight when I drink whiskey. Look, come on. People are like, I doubt, dude. I'm like, yeah, you dumb as fuck. Look. So, but look, dude, this is where we got to where we're going. So, we're gonna climb in. But yeah, potentially criminal. Thank you, man, Sean. Hope you're doing well. Slag Lust says, did Lady R ever make a move on you? No. Okay. I'm pretty sure from what I remember, she said she didn't like buff guys. I could be like making that up. I thought that's what she said. So I didn't get a taste. All right. I'm pretty pissed off. Okay. Everybody else. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. It's a joke, Nick. I'm just kidding. I know. I love my boy. Everybody else got a guarantee. What about me? What about my needs? No, I appreciate you, Slag Lust. Hell Snake, what's up, dude? How you doing, buddy? Armor Guard says Nick just announced he's dropping a rap album. Thank God. Well, I know his fucking album cover needs to be his mugshot because it's perfect. He did a great job on that mugshot unintentionally. It was great, man. Looking good. Samantha, I know I've been MIA for a month, but bad mental state. Love and miss y'all. Well, you need to come to a race, baby. We'll fix it up. Thank you so much, Samantha. We miss you. We love you. Thank you. Josh Boss. I just want to thank you for getting back to me into race, getting me back into racing. Getting to watch the race at Charlotte in person made me feel like a kid again. Your autograph looks great with all my other NASCAR stuff. Thank you for coming to the autograph session, dude. That was awesome. I appreciate that, man. It's been fun. So thank you, Josh. Thank you for coming to the race. Appreciate that so much. 15 from Josh. Samantha got 10, and Peter Watkins got 100. NASCAR and the names on the car is real. Get it in the chat. Oh, dude, I'm putting you on for the race in Iowa. Wait, no. Peter Watkins. I just typed in Iowa for Peter. Peter Watkins is on the car for Iowa. And I might do a few races after that because there's going to be 4 in a row. Thank you, Peter. I love you. I appreciate your first name on there. Get on it, doggone it, my boy. And we're halfway to Naked Snake. Sly Rice says, how about the whole April side of it? April Aaron side of it. Honestly thought a lot of the people are concerned for the 5 kids. Yeah, sure. That's fair. And I'll get into that too. Man, I don't know how long this is going to be, but there's a lot to talk about. And I'm going to be very careful with what I say, obviously. Especially stuff that I was not present for, so I'm not going to fucking talk about it. Right? I don't know nothing about Aaron fucking Lady Rack. I don't know any of that shit. I don't know what that is at all. All right? So people, you know. Thank you, Sly Rye. I love you. Rob! Glad you survived the race. Dude, it was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. The car was so fast. We were running 9th at one point, man. Like, that's a big deal in an underfunded team. 9th at Charlotte, the center of racing. Dude, it was awesome. I loved it. Now, Charon, I laugh when people blame you. You can only help people if they're willing to accept it. Hope they see this come to Jesus moment and change. Yeah, I agree. Oh, well, that's a fun thing to bring up, Mal Charon. Thank you, by the way. I love you. I appreciate you guys. I'm just waiting. I don't want to get no damn knot letters, man. I think he knows it's all in good heart. Good heart. Thank you, Peter, again. Love you, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you. Camelot, do you think you're good enough to go to Xfinity and Craftsman Truck in 2025? Oh, I can't talk about it. Keep your eyes peeled in 2 months. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Shit. I wish I could fucking talk. All right. Anyways, so let's talk about the first thing. That's stupid. And we're going to get into the actual arrest and the defense behind it, which I think is pretty interesting too. I'm not a lawyer, so it's very interesting, all this stuff. That's why I got into all this, watching Nick and watching all this because it's fun. So anyways, we're going to get on it. Doggone it. It's going to be fun. But at any rate, yeah, at one point, no, Eric. At one point, me and Nick used to do a show together on Fridays. And Josh, really happy with your performance. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. Wish you were there, dude. So me and Nick did a show every Friday. And it was a fun show. Now, granted, we were pretty degenerate on the show. Obviously, my entire YouTube was about smashing pistols. So that's going to happen, right? And that wasn't really Nick's image, I guess. And I didn't really know. Fuck, I just like talking to Nick, you know. That was fun to me. So I didn't really care. I just like doing the show. And we did it all the time. It was a great show. But at one point, the show was not anymore. And it was not something that was in my control. And it was because this is the craziest shit. And this is why people blame me a lot for whatever the fuck happened. Even though a lot of this was happening before any of that shit. But it was, I was told, not I was told, but I was called a bad influence, and I was a negative influence on Nick. I was a bad influence, which is fucking crazy to me. Because I'm the most vanilla dude in the world. Look, I hook up with girls sometimes, but that's as far as like my life goes. I go race cars fast and I hook up with girls every now and then. And obviously, when I tell stories, you know, I tell them, "Ooh, I smashed pistol." It's funny, you know. And I just got the news that I was a bad influence, and I was like, "What the fuck? Are you shitting me? I'm a bad fuck." So that's why that show ended, unfortunately. It was a fun show, though. Sad Magikarp says, hope you get well. Nick got me into watching your show. I feel so sad for his kids, and I hope he gets better and has a redemption arc. Dude, I'm right there with you. I love you. And look, I might not be a part of it because I'm talking about this right now. So, you know, I thought about it for a while, but I'm seeing look. Here's why I decided to do this show today. It was actually this morning when I decided to do this show. I see a lot of people that I care about, and it's totally their right to do so. But I see a lot of people I care about overtly defending Nick on Twitter. Just fucking all day, man. Like just every tweet fucking defending Nick. And that's great. But in doing so, I'm afraid my friend is going to die. And that's the cold, hard truth. When I see people overtly defending this situation, I see my friend dying. Because you're validating these choices that were made that I have disagreed with for so fucking long now. You know what I'm saying? Look, all of us, I feel like obviously there's people that are here for the drama and shit. That's whatever. All of us that know Nick in real life and care about him, like I do, like Art does, like Anna does, like Cecil does, Ethan, we want Nick to survive this. We want Nick to come out in a 10 times better spot than it looks bad now, but in a year or two, he could be the fucking poster child for turning his life around. And he can do it. He's a smart dude. He's capable, you know? But defending him overtly on Twitter, to an addict, they're going to see that as I've done nothing wrong. I'm validated. I'm going to go harder than I've ever gone. That's what I see. My brother died from a drug overdose in 2017. My sister almost died. She overdosed like 4 times. And thank God she's clean now. It's been like 5 years now. I just don't want to see my friend go that route. And I feel like overtly defending him, you're putting him in a casket. And I don't want to see that happen. So that's why I did this show. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm just, trying to say. So you guys understand. Anyways. Donna Egbert says, I got to listen to the race and see the leader list. If it wasn't for last caution, I think you would have got a top 10. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Scrapbooks has started. Hell yeah. Just put your story on it. Thank you. I appreciate you, Donna. I can't wait to see it. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Karis. You're a positive influence on me and many others. To hell with the haters. I appreciate you, dude. I love you. Get on it, doggone it, my boy. Thank you. Thank you, Karis. I can't wait to see you at a race, my friend. Can't wait. Thank you. Over halfway to next night. Whew, my DBA Deception was killing me, boys. It's killing me. Thank you, Karis. I love you, dude. So we'll read the rest. There's a bunch, but we got to talk. NetHill says, so many people don't get it. Addiction isn't something to just get better from. Yeah. You fight the rest of your life, man. I've watched it. And either you die or you don't. And like I said, the reason I'm here is because I think a little well-placed accountability goes a long way. I don't think it affects any actions of any case at all. Just be like, look, this is the shit I've been doing. I'm struggling, and I'm moving past this, and I'm going to be a better person. And I'm working right now to do that. And I think that's a good thing. I don't think saying all of this is lies and shit is just not beneficial, regardless of like the legal take on it. I don't know. And maybe that's the idea. From what I can see, the defense is that it's unconstitutional. The rate is, and that's fine. We'll get into that too. But I think that's very important. And I'm not really seeing that from anybody. It's just like all of it's lies. And I'm like, dude, that some bitch is the size of a softball. That big old white ass ball of delicious fucking white juice. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Anyways, so let's talk about it. Let's pull up some stuff. And like I said, now I will say this. We got some great memes out of it. And I know Nick loves that shit. The memes are just beautiful. You can see it's one of them is in my thumbnail. It's like the soccer guy. I posted it the other day on Twitter. What a great meme we got out of this whole situation. If nothing else, we got a good meme. Here, I'll show it to you. It's beautiful right here. Look at that. Look at how great that is. You can't beat that. That's beautiful. So at least there's that. Great meme. Beautiful meme. So proud of it. Loved it. What's up, Squid? How you doing, dude? So, anyways. So as you know, Thursday night, when I was sitting in my hotel room, I saw plastered everywhere, all over everything, was my boy got arrested for, let's see, I'm trying to pull it up, guys, sorry. Got arrested for possession schedule 1, 2, 3, 4, which I believe is 1, 2, 3, 4 from what I read. There's just different substances, you know, like cocaine, ecstasy, Xanax, MDMA, ketamine. So that's covered in all these, and they all, I guess, carry different charges. And the ammo, firearm, from what I read in the report, which I'll just pull the fucking report up, but the report claimed that there was like discharged casings in the master bedroom and then guns everywhere. You know, they're around 5 small children. It's probably not a good thing. So yeah, I get that. And of course, Lady Rackles was right in there as well, which, I mean, they both live there, so you're both going to get charged with the same shit. So that being said, I will say this, and from anybody watching, just like Sean said, just like potentially criminal said, Sean, anybody watching could tell, unless you have zero experience with this kind of thing, I guess. You know, the biggest thing to me, and the thing that's kind of like frustrated me in this whole situation, and it's just like a personal frustration, like kind of like when you hear somebody chew loudly and you don't like it. The thing that frustrated me the most about this entire situation was the fact that chat Cody isn't doing cocaine. No, look, see, that's the thing. You guys don't know like what this shit is, and I barely do. Right? I know a lot of friends that are kind of involved, and you don't have muscle mass when you're on cocaine, man. I'm just being honest. No, and also I take a monthly drug test because I race in a sanctioned sport, so obviously. But at any rate, what like personally frustrated me about the whole situation was the fact that when people noticed, and everybody noticed, and this is why I'm like texting my boy, I'm like, Nick, you all right, dude? I'm like, hey man, I hope you're okay. Because I'm watching your stream, man, and you look fucked up, man. You don't overtly say that to a friend, obviously. But I text him, I'm like, dude, are you all right? Because I'm watching I don't tell him, but I'm watching the stream, and I'm like, dude, he's lost like 70 pounds. Right? Come on. And he looks rough. And anybody could say, it's just being transparent, man. So, I'll ask him, what's going on? And he would respond that he's having a great time and he's partying. And I'm like, well, fuck. That's not what I wanted to hear. I want to hear, oh, dude, I'm fucked up. I need somebody's help. That's what I want to hear. But obviously, you never hear that shit. Even though it's what you want to hear, you never hear it. So he said he was having the time of his life. So I'm like, well, I don't know what the fuck to do. I can't really do anything. But his defense was he dieted for 2 years. And I'm like, okay. I've been in fitness for 10 years. You don't diet from a normal weight and lose 70 pounds in 4 months because it wasn't 2 years. I mean, the issue is, and this is what like really frustrated me and it's probably personal to me because I don't like when people insult my intelligence because I'm retarded. So it hurts my feelings, especially when my friends do it. But anybody watching any of these streams could go to the live tab on the channel and go back 6 months and click a video. And you could answer your question right there. Was it 2 years or was it 3 months? It was 3 months. How do you lose 70 pounds in 3 months? 60 pounds, 70 pounds. There's only one answer. One. And I'm like, well, that's devastating because that's when your friend is in trouble. So that's where when I start texting and being like, hey man, what's up? I don't, not eating. Yeah, Michaela, right. So, and Nick once told me the best way to lose weight is to just do cocaine and then eat ramen at 3 a.m. once per day. And I'm like, well, I can't do that because I'll lose muscle mass, Nick, you crazy bastard. So I'm like, not doing that, Nick. I've never been into the substances, man. I'll drink a little bit, but at any rate, so he's not wrong. I mean, he obviously he's not wrong. So anyways, real quick, Rekieta on Rumble with $100 Rumble rant. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Congrats, Camel, on the race, and congrats on me for turning 39 on the 21st. Well, happy birthday, man. $100 Rumble rant. Let me put you on the car real quick before we continue, just so I don't forget, because I will, because I'm a dumbass. A recast. You're on there, my friend. Thank you, dude. Anyways, so yeah, that's where I started getting concerned with the weight loss shit. I was like, well, this is getting bad. And people keep saying, well, it's from alcohol. And I'm like, no. I mean, look, my boy drinks a lot. I get it. I totally get it. But still, 60 pounds in like 4 months. I know it's people that the claim was 2 years. It's not, man. It's not. So that's when I started like being like, fuck, man, this is like frustrating me because I'm like, if any viewer of this show right now just researches a little bit, click live 6 months ago, click video, they're going to know you're lying. And when you're lying, and I know you're lying, I know half the chat knows, or 90% of the chat probably now knows that you're lying, which is just it's hurting everything. It's hurting it's hurting everything. It's hurting all your friends. It's hurting your channel. It's hurting everything. And I'm like, fuck, I don't like this. You know, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I'm probably not making much sense because this has been on my mind for a lot of time lately. But at any rate, it finally came to a head. And I was talking to my boy about this the other day. And, you know, behind closed doors, because I don't tell anybody this shit, obviously. I've talked about this not once to anyone except one person ever. And it's like a very close person to me, you know? So, anyways. So, he got arrested on the 23rd, which was Thursday. And I was talking to one of my boys about this. Somebody I talk to about this all the time. And kind of like, vent my frustrations where I'm like, God, I wish this would end. God, I wish something would happen. Gosh, please something happen. And I'm like, I've quite literally said, and I shit you not, verbatim, I was like, if the police go to his house and fucking go in his house, he's going to jail forever. And I was like, he needs to do something, man. And I shit you not, it was 3 days later this happened. I could not believe. I audibly gasped when I read this. I was like, holy shit. I can't believe it. I can't believe this happened this quick. I thought this would be a year down the road when it got really bad. So, anyways. So it made me think back to a lot of stuff. A lot of fucked up stuff. And it's just not a lot of good stuff. And a lot of it boils down to the April girl. And a lot of people did not know who this person was, or even how they were involved at all. And I've known this April girl for almost a year now. Nah, 10 months, 9 months, right? I've known about the April relationship for 9 months, 8 months, 9 months now. The whole April thing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this, but hey, now I get having a side piece, but like, just went hard with it. You know, you're supposed to pump and dump, bro. That's what they teach us in man school. Pump and dump. Don't talk to him ever again. You know, Otacon says, I've always been Nick's corner. This is such a heartbreaking situation. I've seen people recover in my personal life, so I know he can, but he's got to want it. Yeah, a lot of people misunderstand addicts, and Nick will probably say he's not one. And I get it. But you gotta want it, man. You gotta want that shit. You know, other, and if you don't, you're never gonna escape it. And that's why. Okay, so this is like where my frustrations really come in. Is when this happened and I read this, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this. Right? Obviously, we all probably thought the same thing. But I was like, well, maybe this is what it's going to take to like fucking make everything turn around, you know? And then I see fucking posts on locals and on Twitter. And it's like insinuating that nothing is amiss. And I'm like, oh, fuck. We're fucked again. Oh, we suck again. You know? That's what I was like, oh, fuck. And we just don't, you know, there's not a lot of accountability there. And it sucks. It sucks because that scares me. Like, oh shit, this is going to get worse now. Right? So thank you, Otacon, by the way. Agwong! My boy. Thank you, my friend. So at any rate, there's just, man, there's not much. I don't know if it was like a blow up situation, like he blew up real fast. I mean, shit, I blew up real fast. I think it just depends on who you are. And then it was just the getting consumed with the the celebrity, I don't know. He's always been humble around me. He's always been really cool. So I've never really thought of it in even that way. But it's just the drugs and the hookers and all that shit just got way too fucking prevalent. Way too prevalent. And I guess you can become addicted to that shit too. I don't know. I think they're fucking gross. I'm weird about that kind of stuff. I think hookers and strippers are fucking gross. Like when they sit on my lap and try to like woo me. I like to go to strip clubs, which is kind of rare, by the way, but I like to go to strip clubs once in a while, like once a year or once every 6 months to people watch, because I think it's fun to like sip and people watch and see like the people that the strippers are trying to like get, because it's usually like a bald fat dude with glasses and they're always trying to get you know what I'm saying? It's fun. They never go after me. But when they do and they sit on my lap, I'm like, ooh, like every time. But I think Nick's more susceptible to that. Because like I feel like Nick didn't start doing, and I shouldn't say start doing, but maybe not get female validation until he was a little bit older. So when a stripper would sit on his lap and be like, "Oh my God, you're so cute and interesting," he was like, "Really? Holy shit, they love me." And I'm like, "Of course they do, Nick." I bet they do, man. You know what I'm saying? They never fucking go after me. There's a strip club in my town, and I've been there 3 times in like 10 years. It's a great strip club, too. It's like really classy. And I know that sounds stupid, but it is. And I have never had a stripper walk up to me. They always walk up to like little short fat dudes. And I'm not saying like Nick's a little short fat dude at all. He's a good looking guy. I'm just saying I think they maybe they think they can get him. They like sit on his lap. "What's up, baby?" And he's like, "Oh, the pony, Jordan." Yeah, dude. Anyways, yeah, and I think that kind of stuff just got a little bit out of hand. But yeah, it's wild. Hey, look at Zia. It's Zia in my chat. Wow, Zia. Wow. I saw you go live, and I was like, wow, I forgot Zia existed because she doesn't talk to me anymore. That's crazy. I see you're doing well, Zia. You bitch. I loved you, and you left me for X-Ray Girl. How could you? After everything we've been through. Thank you, Zia, by the way. Zia dropped a $20 super chat. I love you. Appreciate you, Zia. Thank you. Boob is looking great. Looking real good. Thank you, Zia. We appreciate you so much. Zia's a good egg, even though she sucks. I bet you she left right after super chat me. Didn't even get to hear me roast her. God. Thank you, Zia. Dweebish TV says, "What shenanigans happened here in Vegas and Nick? How involved is Dick?" I don't think Dick is. Dick is not involved at all. Thank you, Dweebish. I appreciate you. Thank you, Zia. I love you. Left him like Pippa. Oh, why you gotta say her name and break my heart all over again? Thank you, Dweebish. I appreciate you, dude. Dweebish. I'll read the Green Boys too. Sorry, guys. The super chats are piling up, and somebody in the chat was like, "How could you grift on this situation?" I ain't grifting, but I also have a mortgage. So I'm kind of grifting. No. Look, bro, what's up? Nick would want me to do this. He is the king grift. Slagless says, "Was Melton Snowman Nick or quartering?" What? No, neither. What the fuck? Slagless, what the fuck? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I said that drunkenly. So anyways, no, Dick Masterson's not involved at all. At all. I think people like focus way too much online, like terminally online shit. You know, like Dick doesn't live in Minnesota, right? He doesn't live anywhere near Minnesota. No. They've been around each other like twice in like a year. And we just drink a little. You know, when I was there. Now, granted, I leave like at 9 and go to my hotel and watch iRobot. So I love iRobot, man. I don't know why. It's always on cable. And I watch that shit every hotel. I can't miss it. Matt says, "The biggest part that sucks is Nick has actively been lying to his fans for over a year. Side piece, drugs, swinging. It really sucks." Look, I get it. I don't think viewers should be involved in anybody's personal life. But yeah, it was pretty egregious. And I think that's kind of what I was like, come on, man. Like it's so egregious. And I can deal with the hooker thing and the drug, like whatever, fuck it. But when you start looking like Gollum a little, Because he looked like, oh, there's a lot of good pictures though. That's one thing that Nick, I think, will really cherish once he comes out of this is the fucking pictures of him looking like Gollum and shit. He'll be like, damn, I'm glad I got out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, no, yeah. So thank you, Matt. I appreciate you. Love you. Helena says, what in the hell in the handbasket's going on? I've been on a rock. What's happening with Nick Rekieta? Can I please get a brief recap? Yeah. So our boy Rekieta was arrested Thursday on 4 counts of Schedule 1. Well, not 4 counts. I shouldn't say that. Schedule 1 through 4 drugs. A lot of drugs. A lot. And some ammo and gun charges. So, and he's facing 25 years in prison. And I don't think he'll get even one. So, we're going to go through the defense stuff too, because it's very interesting. 26 grams of coke. Damn, son. Damn. All right. Thank you, Helena. I love you. Anyways, I'm trying to read the super chats. There's just too many. You guys, there's too many. Why is there so many people in here? Thank you, Helena. But yeah, so it was the Hollywood life. And I've thought about this a lot. And I don't know. I think it was the stripper thing. They changed him, man. They said he had a cute face, and he'd never heard that before. And that just changed him. He's like, I will fucking hang out with only strippers from now on. And of course, strippers want cocaine, right? I mean, they're strippers. Right? That's what they go on. And I think that just fueled like an ever-ending maelstrom of death, to be fair. All right. Oh my God, the super chats. Okay. Gabriel Knott says, have you talked to Nick since he's been out of jail? Any idea how he's got the black eye? No, I don't. I have no idea. He probably got slammed to the floor, man. Shit, I don't know. So, thank you, Gabriel Knott. I appreciate you. I have not talked to Nick. I talked to Nick 4 days before it happened. And I started getting hopeful because I was actually talking to Nick a little bit more. Because I got to be honest, I didn't talk to Nick for like 6 months, man. It's about once every 2 weeks, I would text Nick and be like, "Are you okay? How you doing?" And he'd be like, he'd either not respond or he'd say, "Yeah, brother, I'm all right. I'm all right." And then when it started getting real bad, I'd text him like, "Hey, we should fucking go on vacation. Me and you and Cecil, let's go. Fucking stay in the mountains in Tennessee. Let's do it." You know? So I haven't, no, thank you. Okay. G-Dash says, I thought it was cancer, so I stopped watching Too Sad, but it makes sense now. No, it wasn't cancer. Thank you, G-Dash. I appreciate you. Not HIV and not cancer. I don't know why people thought. Now, I could believe cancer maybe, but people thought HIV. You guys fucking kidding me? Now, I think really it's just because it's funny. HIV, it's funny because it's HIV. I don't know. Zia! Nick stopped in my chat tonight. I hope he's okay. What do you say? Yeah, I hope he is too, man. Look, I imagine he doesn't feel very good right now, especially with everybody talking about it and everybody tweeting about it. And, I bet he doesn't feel good. I bet he doesn't feel good with me talking about it either. I get it. But it's just how it is, man. It's how it is. And I honestly think he'll make it out of it. I just hope he avoids any fucking crazy shit going forward. Thank you, Zia. I love you. Richard, Nick is innocent. He's God's son. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. Oh, Richard, always saying stupid shit. All right. There goes my glass. I'm in one of those moods because I've been racing for 7 weeks straight that all my glasses in my house are just in my floor right here. So I just kick them over every 2 seconds. That's an expensive habit. Somewhere north of $20,000 a month. Did the cops take all of Nick's firearms? I'm sure they did. I don't really know how that works, actually. Probably. Thank you, Jessica. Been a long time. I sent a obligatory sit on your face super chat. Well, that's because people said that you were pregnant with my twins or some shit, and you avoided me. Fetus Deletus. He married the second woman he ever had a relationship with. Never got anything out of his system. Seems like he was overcorrecting. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really know about that. I got that shit out of my system when I was 27, but it was Tinder bitches, which is arguably worse. I don't know. Culture. Some of the people who focus way too much online are the same people who called it out from the beginning. I disagree with that. I disagree with that because one thing about terminally online people is the fact that they get so much shit wrong. So much shit wrong. And they were talking about like Nick banging dudes. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Nick may have like a limp wrist a little bit every now and then, but it's not because of the penis. All right. It's the whiskey. It's like when you hold your whiskey glass, you got to do it. I do it too, but I haven't drank whiskey in a while. I've been drinking White Claw again. I know it's shameful, but thank you, Culture Pro. Appreciate you. Love you. Goddess Bree says, send in love. Always love to hear the race updates. Proud of you for pursuing the love and continuing to improve. Well, I got some news that I can't share, which is really lame, but it's about to blow up. I'm excited. We got some cool things going on. Art says Nick is stubborn, but he has a big heart. He needs to know that people won't believe his bullshit, but they do love him. Yes, we do love Nick. Yeah, I agree. Hey, wait, you wasn't a member this whole time? Nah, I'll change everything I said. Never mind. Nick's bad. Nick's a bad friend. Times 10. No more. No more. I changed it. I thought you were a member this whole time. I thought you were giving me money monthly. Damn. Jessica Reloaded says, I was actually busy graduating from college. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. I was a member, but it lapsed. How could you? Damn. Maybe if I was more white, you would have gave me money monthly. Damn it. That's a joke, by the way. All right. Anyways. So yeah, the people that were focusing online with everything they were just way off the mark with everything. Way off the mark with everything. Sure, it didn't relapse Tommy Two Guns. Oh my God. But no, yeah. So that's my point. So I was seeing a bunch of stuff online from Anna and Tug was covering it and Tug was talking about it a lot. And I didn't want to because I was too busy racing. And then I got home and I'm like, you know what? I was working on my Jeep this morning. I was under my Jeep and I was changing out the left side bearing in my carrier because it freaking exploded. And it runs great now, thank God. But you can see my hands are destroyed. But thank you, Nick. Appreciate you. But I was like, we got to talk about this. Culture Pro says, according to Aaron Heimholt, 30% got it right. That sounds about right. I mean, look, you can throw a dart at a dartboard and hit something every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you, Culture Pro. Appreciate you. According to Aaron Heimholt. Now, I got to be fair about Aaron Heimholt. I don't know nothing about Aaron Heimholt other than he's kind of effeminate and kind of gay. Little gay. He's a little gay. I don't know. I don't know. He just seems. Where's the Jesse Peterson? Beta! Where's that at? That's what I need. Beta! That's what I need in my life. Devil's Palm says, haven't been in a stream in a hot minute. It looks like membership lapsed. How could you guys? Where's the memberships? You do realize that I'm fighting for my life out here. Thank you. Haven't been on a stream in a hot minute. Looks like membership lapsed, but here's $10. Hope your race career is going well. Well, we're going to talk about that later. Charlotte was awesome. Charlotte was so good that some good stuff happened after the race. And my dream is about to get much, much crazier. Take that as you will. So I was under my Jeep and I'm seeing a lot of people talk about stuff and a lot of people overtly defending my boy. And they're right to do so, and I'm reiterating this because Nick was in here and they have every right to defend my boy. And in some shape or form, he should be defended from certain things. But the drug stuff, not one of them. What I wanted to see, and look, I'm my own person because I care about the guy and I don't want him to die, because when I see people defending some of these actions on Twitter, it makes me feel like it's going to result in my boy's death. Because anybody watching knows there's an issue. And there is nothing wrong with a little bit of accountability saying, look, I'm going to fucking move on. I'm going to become better from this. I have an issue. I'm fucking owning up to it. Now I'm going to beat the hell out of it. Like Rocky in Rocky 4 against Ivan Drago. Not Apollo. Okay. I don't want Nick to be Apollo. I want him to be Rocky. Because Apollo died. He got hit in the face and died so fast. Rocky did not. He took the lumps and he got up during the music. Hearts on fire, strong desire. Thank you. Meat puppet. Thank you, dude. I believe Nick will speak when he can. I agree. I think it'd be good to have a little bit of accountability. That's all. You know? And I'm not saying overtly like publicize the accountability, but just have some inner accountability and fucking beat the hell out of this. You know what I'm saying? Beat it. Because like I said, I've had 2 people in my life, in my immediate family, one die from addiction, fentanyl, and the other almost die. Almost my entire sibling line has died from drugs. So I'm like, I would like to not see that because that sucks. Right. So anyways, thank you, Alan Jones. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. Alan Jones. But again, speaking on the Aaron Imholt guy, I don't really know anything by the Aaron guy. Because I heard there's some crazy shit, like cocaine on a baby, like a 4-year-old, like cocaine beside a 4-year-old, a bullet. I don't even know what a bullet is, but it's like there's like a cocaine bullet beside like a 4-year-old, which is a wild accusation. And I'm not saying it's an untrue or a true accusation. I'm just saying that's a big one, right? So it's scary. It's scary. And apparently he's been saying a lot of shit. And as far as I would say that he's going to get a lot of views from this. And I'm not saying that that's a negative or a positive thing. I'm just saying it is, which is going to encourage him to bring some more stuff to the table. And although I've heard a few things he said before this all happened, let's say before it all happened, like a day or two before it all happened, maybe 3 days before on his streams, a lot of the stuff he was insinuating was true. But I haven't seen the stuff after. And I don't know anything about babies and fucking bullets and shit. So I don't know any of that. I don't know about any of that. But he has something to gain. And also his wife did leave him to go move in, with Nick or whatever, or be with Nick or stay with Nick. I don't fucking know the situation. So I would probably do the same thing. If my chick left me and she's like, I'm going to live with Nick Rekieta, you a bitch. I'd be like, you know what? As soon as shit hit the fan, I'd be on stream. That bitch is a bitch. She's on the drugs. All of them are on drugs. Babies and bullets, bro. Let's go. So, but although I would say a lot of the stuff he's saying is probably has some truth riddled in there somewhere. As far as sharing wives and stuff, I don't know anything about that. I don't feel like anybody would want to have sex with that Aaron guy. It's hard to say, look, I'm not going to pretend to know, but why would anybody want to have sex with the Aaron guy? He's kind of not very tasty looking. He's not very appetizing, He's like a hot and ready pizza, but like 3 days old. They're not even good when they're hot and ready. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm kind of getting at. Squid. I don't find Aaron credible because he's going around on every channel he can, clout chasing. I think he's very bitter about his marriage broke up. Also, don't find him credible because Nick can't speak. Sure. That a lot of that's true. Yeah, I would agree with most of that. But also, I've heard a lot of the stuff he said kind of before this blew up. I have not been paying attention to this at all because I've been racing in Charlotte, and it's been very, very hectic. It's crazy. And a lot of the stuff he said before it went fucking crazy a lot of it was true, like 90% of it. The stuff he insinuated vaguely was true. But then he said something about like Kayla was in love with him, like Lady Rackets. And I was like, I don't fucking know anything about that. What? So I don't know. Thank you, Squid. That seems to like a cope to make it feel better that your wife left you. Maybe, I don't know. Malcolm Van Dalsum says, how is meeting Frankie Muniz, and have you taken your shot at Raising Cane's driver Tony Brandria? Taking your shot at Raising Cane's driver? Taking my shot? What do you mean? Like shooting my shot? Dude, she's like 20 or something, I think. I'm old. I may look ruggedly handsome, but I'm 34, man. Oh no, we battled a lot. Me and Tony battled the entire race. It was great. And then I walked up to her after the race and we fist bump, and I was like, thank you for racing me so clean. It was awesome. She's cool as fuck. So yeah, I was very happy with that. She's awesome. Thank you, Malcolm. Appreciate you. Anyways. Spawn Killer, do you think this arrest will damage his career? No. Talk good about me. Talk bad about me. But please, for the love of God, talk about me. That is the common phrase used in marketing. Damn you, Ourekius, you motherfucker. She's 24? So you're saying there's a chance? No. Spawn Killer, I appreciate you, dude. BLT says, Nick's been lying to everyone for so long, he's lost credibility. And maybe. But that's something you can build back up. You know? And like I said, I don't think he's lied about everything. But I mean, it's, you know, with the arrest and with what was confiscated, you kind of can paint a picture for yourself of what's going on. And like I said, a lot of us known about this for a long time. And a lot of us were silently praying to Jesus that it would end, you know, so we could be 60 years old with our boy, right? I know that sounds gay, but that's what I mean. So, and some people, when they're currently in the throes of this shit, they don't really think people can tell, right? You know, and I'm not saying it's that bad, but this is a completely unrelated situation. But I'm using it as an example. When my sister, like back in the day, would come home and she'd be tripping balls, bro, she couldn't even like form words because she was on so much shit. And she would be falling and I'd have to like pick her up and she'd be drooling. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm 15 years old, by the way. I'm like, what's happening? And she's like, I'm just tired. And I'm like, what? I'm 15 and I know something's going on. Right? But she thought she could fucking trick everybody. She thought she had that shit locked down. And I'm like, no, you do not. I'm 15 and I know some bullshit's happening. And I don't even know what a drug is yet. Coke destroys your nose, just saying there's better ways. Hope Nick comes out the other side. He's a good dude. Good job on the racing. Thank you. I agree with all that. Appreciate it, baby. Lisa. Credibility doesn't apply to lawyers. I think he'd agree with you though. Squid. Alan Jones, me puppet. I missed a couple of these. Let me get these. Culture Pro. I got that one. God is sending love. Always here for the race updates. So I got that one. Nick's most stubborn person in the world. Got that one. Jessica. I married a second. Oh, I guess I already got these. Never mind. I apologize. I was lying about everything. There it is. Bad Dragon. Why do I always skip yours? I remember back when I hopped between Discord DMs to get you and Nick to do an interview to talk about GS stuff. Crazy how much times have changed. And times have changed a lot. Yeah. Now I'm racing in NASCAR. What the fuck happened? When did this happen? That's crazy. Thank you, Bad Dragon. Mad Van Dalsum, you're absolutely right. I never grew up with substance abuse in my family. So I was oblivious to the usage. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Thank you, Billy. 16 months, my friend. I got recommended Nick's vids and live streams. You can see this going down in real time. Those before and afters are still wild. Yeah, they are. They're pretty wild. And there was a part of me, look, because I've known about it for a long time. And there was a part of me that wanted to post that one picture of Nick from like 2020 or 2019 or 18 maybe. And then now. And it's like pretty jarring, right? And you can recover from that. It's not like it's permanent. You should see pictures of some of my family members. And then like 2 years after they're sober, and they look fucking normal. So did you make peace with Infinity? I made peace with, I never did not make peace with Nina Infinity. I was talking to Nina that day when she released that video and we were laughing and cutting up. And I talked to her yesterday and I talked to her 3 days ago and she texted me the other day. Yeah, we're fine. The stuff you're watching online totally is not. Online beefs are not really real in the real life. That I know it's hard to fucking fathom, but you know, I get it. Thank you, Mario Trujillo. Nia Renault says police are not solutions for addicts. Try everything else first. The bell system is set up for failure. Hope Nick chose the no condition bell. Thank you. I appreciate you. But anyways, yeah, so that all went down. And then this is where we are now. We're at the phase where our boy he hit the slammer, my friends. My boy hit the slammer, which does give him good stories to tell. So I've never been to prison or jail, so I don't have these stories. But now Nick has some cool jail stories, right? Although he probably just slept the whole time, which is what I would have done, you know. Although I'd have been stressed as fuck about all this. But as you know, people went crazy. Every single channel was making damn vidges. Everybody was going crazy. It was wild. It was wild. Oh my God, that is a great one, dude. Sorry, I gotta pull this up. And it felt kind of weird. It felt kind of strange. I'm gonna be honest. And look, I know this is gonna sound a little hypocritical because I had to think about it for a long time. But it felt kind of gross that night watching people streaming, pulling up Nick's mugshot and like laughing and making fun of him. The day of. I was like, holy shit, man. What the fuck is going on? And it pissed me off. It really did. Because I'm in a weird situation where I want Nick to kind of be like, fuck it, like own up to some shit and let's move forward. But also a part of me was, I don't want him to fucking get dragged so hard. But I understand that there's no way out of it. But to see his friends doing it, I was like, oh, fuck. What are you doing? Like people like his friends doing it. I'm like, oh, come on, dude. And props to Tug, that umbrella guy, for just rating me. But this, I was actually going to talk about him in a second. But he rated me. So thank you, Tug. We love you, you Southern beautiful man. But Tug was one of the only people on Twitter kind of like, we should be kind of tough love here. Right? That's kind of what I was like, we need to be tough love here. Because this feels weird. And seeing people defending it, you know, overtly defending every aspect of it kind of made me like feel like this is gonna make everything way, way, way worse. Right? So thank you, Tug. I love you. Anyways, with friends like those, who needs friends? Yeah. Frank, you should have Keanu, Thompson, or Gino on the stream to discuss all this. They have great takes and are friendly with April and Aaron. Yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to have them on. I love them in real life. I've hung out. We all hung out together. Yeah, they're great people. So that is good. I've been meaning to reach out to Keanu for so long, but I suck at doing that because I'm in racing. I sound like Nick right now with the scheduling shit. I've been racing, man. I don't have time. No, but for real, it's been crazy. I'm on a plane a lot, so I got a frequent flyer card anyway for the first time in my life. Thank you again, Tug, for the raid. Everybody, this is very important in the chat right now. If you could like this damn stream and subscribe to my channel and drop $100 super chats each, then I could never stream again, and I could go get arrested and develop a habit. No, it's a joke. Thank you, Frank. I love you. Then I could do it. I could be famous. Halo says it sucks to see, to be honest. I've been watching him since Fit Case. Hopefully everything turns around. I'm right there with you, dude. Right there with you. I love you, Halo Infinity. Thank you, by the way. Grifty says any sort of addiction is a problem, but that is different from whether he deserves to be facing all of this over a drug someone decided is bad. Interesting take, Grifty. Interesting take, Grifty. That's a good point. Is this kind of like a all drugs should be legal kind of take? Right? Is that what we're saying here? Because what's up, Powder Keg? I don't agree, really. Man, I've said, but see that now now it's different because I've said in the past that I think all drugs should be legal, kind of. But then when you see like your friends getting fucked up, you're like, fuck. I don't know what to think now. You know, and I know people are gonna be pissed, but I often change my mind depending on my personal things I deal with in life. You know, I know that's like really, really bad to say online that you like change your opinion sometimes, but I do. You know, I really do. And I don't know how I feel about it. Because look, this is how I see it. I understand from my perspective, I have a lot of self-control in everything in life. Right? You know, I'll drink once a week, maybe. You know, like sometimes I'll, well, actually, I only drink. I can't do anything else because I take drug tests because of racing. But, and I really never did anyway. I took an edible like twice in like the last 5 years, and they freaked me the fuck out. So I don't like them. So that being the case, you know, I'm very good at self control. But then you see people that they can't. They fucking get so knee deep in that shit that it takes over. And you're like, well, fuck, now how do I feel about this? Right? So it's hard. It's hard, man. Anyways, let me read some of these. Spanky, it's cool seeing you pop in the Gamer Maids every now and then. Keep doing cool stuff. Also, shout out to Gamer Maids. You should check them out. It's a lot of fun over there. I was on Gamer Maids once. It was great. They're great people. Thank you, Spanky. Gamer Maids, Timcast Media Production. Thank you, Timcast. Thank you, Spanky. So, yeah, Umbrella Guy. Great point, Tug. The fact that, you know, I'm sure you've seen it, but when I was growing up, my brother and sister, very, very, very heavily involved in drugs. My brother did not survive it. He died when I was 27. My sister barely did. Right? So I do love this fucking picture. It's beautiful. Whoever did this is a god. It kind of looks like the dude from Fight Club, though. What's his name? Tom Urban. What is it? Fuck. I can never remember that dude's name. Anyways, it's a beautiful picture. Somebody in chat's gonna get it, please. Come on. Ed Norton, thank you. Where the fuck? What was I thinking? I wasn't even close. All right. Anyways, Tim Urban. I'm apologizing right now. Thank you. Billy said, I missed your super chat. What is it, this one? Do you think you'll be able to stream with Zia again? I miss those. I don't know. I don't think she's allowed to stream with me anymore. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. I appreciate you. I think she's been barred from my stream. Why does this always happen? First it was Nick, and now it's Zia. All you guys, what do I do? What did I do? I just talk about it. It's because I got shoulders and fucking traps. That's what it is. That's what it is. Got my traps on. I got my shoulders, my titties. No one can handle it. God. Everybody starts getting jealous. Jealous? Are you jealous? Kumar says, and all drugs are addicting. We have food addiction. It's all about moderation. Unfortunately, stuff he took has addictive stuff added to it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe. I don't disagree. Make sure you like the stream, though. It's grift time. We're going grift. It's a trap. Billy Asher, you missed my super chat? No, I didn't. You a liar. You a thief. Thank you, man. All right. So anyways, thank you for that picture, Nick. It was beautiful. Go back. Okay. All right. So thank you, Tug, again. Did you guys see that Tim met with the president? Holy shit, dude. It's crazy. That's crazy. So at any rate, my boy bailed out. And then that's when people started going crazy. All right. And we're going to talk more about it because we got my boy here to explain some things to us because I know he's been covering it. And we're going to welcome him in for a little bit. Thank you, Kumar. Postal. So you knew about his side piece, April for months, now knowing he had kids? Yeah. What does kids have to do with the side piece? Right? A lot of people knew. What are you talking about? What? Why didn't you tell us the juicy details before? It's like, not my business, not my problem, not my job to tell people all of everybody's secrets to everybody in the world. Oh my God. Thank you, Postal. Appreciate you. Ooh.
What's up, Camelot, man?
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Doing good, all things considered.
Yeah. It's been a wild time, dude. I was racing, and I was sleeping, trying to freaking survive, and it's 10 p.m. and I opened my phone, and Anna sent me a link, and another person sent me a link, and another person sent me a link, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on, bro? I can't believe it. And then that's where we all started. And I was really debating on talking about this for the longest time. And I saw you, which was really, really cool to see, kind of insinuating that there needs to be a little bit of accountability to, make it out of this alive. And then I see a lot of other people like overtly kind of defending the situation. And I'm like, that, in my opinion, is not helping. So I decided to stream to just kind of talk about my feelings on that. So what do you think?
I'm to this point, like, I see a lot of people, and again, nothing negative to anybody who does this. I wonder. I see a lot of one-off, well-wishing posts, right? And hey, if I'm having surgery or something, that's great. I appreciate it. This, though, does that change anything anymore? I mean, we get to the point where I think this has been a subject a lot of people have seen. We've seen what looked like a physical deterioration. Other people know more. There's been a lot going on, and there was a lot of quiet people dealing with it behind everything, privately. After it blew up, I mean, I debated whether or not to talk about it, but I was like, man, there needs to be accountability. I think there needs to be open discussion, but it needs to be done a specific way, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of the hardest thing, because like, how do you even talk about this when you care about the person involved? It's really hard. And the only thing I'm trying to convey is, I think owning up to this shit, owning up to it, and being like, look, and you don't have to overtly give details about anything, but look, I have a problem, and I am going to fix it. And that, it just give people like kind of, some, okay, I'm taking responsibility for what's going on. I'm working to course correct this action. So now let me be private about it. And that's kind of what I was expecting to see. But then what I saw was, everything you've heard is lies. Nothing you're seeing is real. You don't know the situation. I've thought about streaming today, and I'm like, what the fuck am I reading? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and it's also been something that's, this isn't a small topic, man. It's been trending for freaking, gosh, I mean, ever since that stream came up, when that stream came up, I was like, man, somebody's going to call the cops. They're going to do something.
You're talking about the pill stream?
Yeah.
Bro, I was watching that live.
I watched it live.
I was like, oh no, man, this is fucked. This is real bad. Because when he started like passing out and like not talking for 2 minutes and then just saying like just random like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh fuck, what's happening? This is bad.
My favorite, there's nothing funny or good about this, but I mean, just to give you an example, the Scandinavian food is Auschwitz for T-Rexes. I mean, that's a direct quote from that stream. I was like, what? What did you say, Nick?
Is he lying? I don't know. I can't even know.
I don't know. I don't really know a lot about Scandinavian food or T-Rexes eating it, but
yeah. So that's what I saw. I saw that, and I was 100% expecting to see a post about, hey, like the Walter White meme where he's like, you got me. Like, fuck it. Look, it's happened, and I'm working on correcting it. I apologize for letting everybody down, but I'm going to prove myself worthy of your support and move on. But it wasn't like that. It was kind of like nothing's true. And I'm like, no, what? Oh, by the way, Ethan Van Skyver's here.
Hi, boys. This is the most important conversation that we could have tonight,
Yeah, I agree.
And I love Nick dearly. I know you guys do too.
Oh yeah.
So this is serious. I've gotten to speak with him since the arrest, and he is like in deep denial about all of this. Unfortunately, I even asked him. I said, "What's with the?" I didn't tell anybody this. I said, "What's with the black guy? What happened, dude?" And he said, "Black guy," and I said, "No, black guy." And he said, he said, you know what? I fell and hit my eye. And I said,
that's like when you confront a lady that you know her husband's abusing her, and she's like, I fell and hit it on a table. And I'm like, bitch, come on. I know he slapped you. I see him. He's shaking right now. You know,
it could be true. I don't know, man.
That's how I knew it was real, though, man, because I saw that local stream, and, you know, for a minute, like for just a hot minute, he put an avatar over, but before that, you could see his face, and you could see a black eye. I was like, what the fuck? So when I saw the mug shot, it had the black eye. I was like, oh no, this is real.
I didn't see that. So it was in his local show?
Yeah.
Oh, so somebody slapped his ass. I have no idea who that could have been. I don't know, but it's fun to speculate. Was it Lady Rackets? Right in the face. That'd be funny. That'd be kind of funny.
He was one thing about Nick though is he's very funny. He was like, "Did you like my mugshot?" And I was like, "I thought it was probably one of the best mugshots I've ever seen." And he's like, "Do you know what it reminded me of when I saw it?" He said, "You ever see Raising Arizona and Nicolas Cage and his mugshot when he gets arrested a bunch of different times?" He said, "That's the affect. That's what I was trying to put on." So he was deliberately trying to make himself look like Nicolas Cage in Raising Arizona for his mugshot. He did a good job.
He did great. He looks great. It was a perfect mugshot. Now, like Kayla looks fucking rough, but Nick looked great. He was
10 out of 10 on that mugshot for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna that'll be a meme for the rest of the time, and he should use that. It should be his logo on everything from now on. I'd change it right now.
Everybody else is using it. Why shouldn't he?
I'd put a little Pope hat on it, and that'd be my logo from now on.
I love the guy, but he, like, seriously, he does not believe in addiction. Or if he does believe in addiction, he doesn't believe he's addicted to anything. And that's one thing that, you know, it's like, well, he's like, Ethan, I'm not addicted to anything. And I said, oh no. And he goes, you got to believe me about this. He's like, I do this for fun. I'm not addicted. Because I said to him, I was like, very serious. It's like the stakes are, like, if you're not addicted to anything, then this should be easy because, you know, there are real stakes now. Your family is at stake. Your freedom is at stake. And if you can stop yourself from drinking and indulging in whatever it is that you're indulging in, you should be fine. You'll be okay. But, you know, otherwise, you're going to lose your kids. I mean, think about that. Like, that's the test of whether or not you have an addiction is when you're able to, when that kind of an alternative is presented to you and you're able to, not able to deal with it, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, I'll quit when I can. And I know for a fact he's addicted to fucking Jamaican hookers. Look, this is common knowledge. Okay.
What? Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up. No, Gabriel Knott says, I have a special request. I'm a little embarrassed, but because I've never asked anyone, but I need you to get the hell on it, doggone it. Congrats on the racing success. Well deserved. Yeah, dude, Charlotte was the greatest day of my life. Unfucking believable. It was unbelievable. Thank you so much, Gabriel Knott. I'm putting you on the car. Much love. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And of course, we have Gino Pascante in here. Yo, Ethan, go Phils. Hey, Camelot. Kiki says hi. We'll tell her I love her. Thank you, Gino. I appreciate you. My boy's in here. Need to have him on the show. And thank you again, Gabriel Knott. Let me put you on the car. But yeah, let me pull up my list here. Gabriel Knott. So you've been covering it a lot, Tug. Tell me about the defense, because from what I heard, it was like on the constitutional grounds that
that's been a discussion on best defense. Like when you look at, again, some of the lawyers are like, hey, we don't have all the information. We don't actually know what's all there. So, I mean, we don't have all the answers. I think people are arguing if that document and everything that came up, if there was a mandatory reporter that went in, talked about something, why wasn't this a wellness check? You know, because that's typically what you're looking at. You're looking at a knock on the door from CPS. So yeah, but it said from when the report I read, it was his pastor or something. Yeah.
And how do you think that happens? Does like did like a kid tell a pastor or something? Because you know Nick's not going to tell a pastor nothing. Oh fuck.
That's possible. I mean, you get in that situation. It's the same thing in therapy. If you think that a child is is in danger or, again, neglect, there's something harmful to the kid, either now or it could potentially continue into the future. If it's happened in the past, that's different. It doesn't trigger that mandatory reporting. But if you think that, you're obligated to go and talk about it. So you have to make a report.
Sense,
yeah. And it was a report in person. That's what it noted on there.
Yeah. And then that's when the police showed up. And from the report I read,
6 or 7 days.
Well, I think, now this is just me spitballing. I think they started eyeballing. They started kind of watching the situation from, with.
So they received a report that you think they were watching his live streams?
Oh, that's what I was talking about this when I was fucking driving. I was driving to Charlotte for 7 hours. I was like, they were probably watching. And when they saw that stream, they were like, all right, we're going. Because it was, 2 days later?
That was a conversation a lot of people had. Like behind stuff, they were like, when we saw this, you're going to get a knock on your door from that. There is no question. So if there's anything that could cause problems, maybe this is something to deal with.
Yeah. And potentially criminal Sean in the chat says the live streams could be one piece of their probable cause. Right. So, I mean, look, and one of my friends were arguing with me against that. They were like, well, it's just alcohol. Yeah. How could anybody tell it's not alcohol? He's just drunk. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Come on, dude. I've been, when you get that drunk, you black out. You don't, dude, it was a little bit, everybody could tell. I mean, everybody could tell, right? Especially if you're an adult.
You said you watched it all, right?
Yeah.
Did you not notice? Like I thought very much powder on the nose. I thought I saw that myself.
Yeah, that was, I thought he was trolling a little bit when I saw that. Because I was like, there's no way he's just going to leave that shit on his face. Right?
Ooh. Yeah. I didn't even see that powder on his nose.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, there's clips of that.
Has it been confirmed that it was cocaine? Because the judge said it was either cocaine or meth.
That's what the document it said.
It was 26 grams, and it's cocaine for sure.
26.7. I mean, that's an ounce is 28. We were talking about that, so it's just a little off of an ounce.
Yeah, like me, I've talked about this for a long time. So it's tough to talk about this in past tense, but it's cocaine. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Here's that.
We've known.
Have you not seen this document, Ethan?
Let me see.
Statement of probable cause. This is them talking about like what exactly it is. What exactly.
Read it out loud for us, Tug.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to get back to it. I lost it for a second. Give me 1 minute. I got too many tabs open. There we go. So on the 23rd, 9/13, search warrant was executed. That would be for Nick, wife. At the residence, law enforcement approached residence. Nick was driving southbound in his vehicle, stopped by law enforcement. Upon knocking at the door, juvenile female opened the door, wouldn't let him in. Nick would not provide the door code.
Now, hold on a second. So Nick was in his car where?
He was driving southbound on...
so they arrested Nick in his car and brought him home?
Yeah, that's what it's indicating. Yeah, so they go to the home. Juvenile female opens the door but won't let them in. Nick would not provide the door code to enter the residence, so law enforcement entered the home utilizing a door ram. So they battered the door down. Upon entry, law enforcement located Nick's wife and April, 4 juveniles, also in the home. They noted the home was extremely cluttered, clothes everywhere, dirty dishes, dust, overall dirty home. Nick returned to the home with law enforcement, demanded a copy of the search warrant. When he was given a copy, he looked at it and threw it to the ground. Now, this is what they find. So, in the master bedroom, this is located master bedroom near the nightstand, yellow snort tube, positive for cocaine. Black vial with white substance inside that field tested positive for cocaine, weighs 2.2 grams. Credit card for April, or 2 credit cards, 2 .22 caliber spent shell casings on the floor from the nightstand in the master bedroom. Underneath the bed, they find a 6-hour AR, several magazines, loose ammo. In the master bedroom dresser, they found a glass container, metal filter, grinder. Glass container tests positive for cocaine. Located in the safe master bedroom, they find bag with cards, dollar bill, field test positive for cocaine. A large corner cut baggie with white powder that field tested for cocaine, weighed 18.96 grams with packaging.
Damn.
Yeah. 3 small baggies that field tested for positive for cocaine and weighed 5.49 grams with packaging. 8 colored tabs field tested positive for ketamine. Digital scale test positive for cocaine. Metal pan with white powder test positive for cocaine. 2 snort tubes, 2 metal cutters, they test positive. And there's another dog. Give me 1 second. I got to get the other.
Damn, he was partying, bro.
Cooking with cocaine.
That's a lot. Does that like reach a threshold for intent to distribute?
There's a.
Sounded like it was all personal use.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure it was.
25 grams or more. That again, that first time offender, they get to go in. They'll probably knock the weight down some, but you're talking about max 25 years for that amount.
And what you wouldn't foresee that though? Yeah.
No way.
Oh.
And again, I do want to note, innocent until proven guilty, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Now, in the safe master bedroom closet, $100 bill, white powder, residue, field test for positive for cocaine. Been to white bag, white powder substance, field test positive for cocaine. Cocaine scooper. How does it become a cocaine scooper? I want to know that. Yeah, it's just like, okay, there's a scooper. They didn't say it tested positive. So
how do you have that much cocaine that you need a scooper?
It's like a scooper, yeah, gigantic, like the size of a cat pan scooper, cat litter scooper.
He's got a funnel, like 2 baggies with a baggie with a funnel, and an unknown brown substance. There were also additional firearms. The total.
Did they smell the unknown brown substance?
If they did, maybe that would explain.
They should smell it. Like if it's brown and you don't know what it is, take a whiff of it and just, it might not be anything to be concerned about. Yeah.
If it doesn't have a smell, taste it, and you'd be like, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Sean says there's a presumption he faces only 48 months with no record, but he'll likely get some sort of diversion.
Yeah. Yeah, typically that's what you typically look at, diversionary programs.
Yeah.
So total 26.67 grams with packaging, cocaine Schedule 2, ketamine Schedule 1. They say, the detective talked to Nick outside the residence. He was Mirandized. He agreed to speak with officers without counsel. Nick indicated he sleeps in the master bedroom with Kayla. He indicated that April was at the home visiting. They were both placed under arrest. While being placed under arrest, the detective noted several injuries to the arms of Nick that appeared consistent with sores that are common with controlled substance users.
Mosquito bites, asshole. That's where mosquitoes bite you. Camelot, I woke up with bumps on my arm too. Mosquito bites. And I scratched them and they bled and scabbed over. And so they looked, you might look at them and go, what's up, Ethan? But it's just mosquito bites.
Well, there were people. They were like, "Oh, that's proof of IV use." No, it's not. It could be anything. Like you say, it could be a mosquito bite. Honestly, like if there's cocaine use, though, you scratch, pick. So.
Of course, yeah.
Mosquito bites. I have them on my sack, so I mean, it's not always from substance.
Right.
Use.
I had them between my toes, and no problem. Up my arms,
Yeah.
In the crook of my arm, like right here,
Let's see. He
obviously bug bites.
Yep. He was taken to jail, read his Miranda rights, agreed to speak with out attorney, refused to answer questions regarding cocaine or controlled substances. He indicates he lived at the residence, stays in the master bedroom with his wife. April was a friend visiting, does not live at the residence. While being booked in jail, his wife requested that a prescription medication be brought to her. Upon reviewing the pill bottles for her that were brought to the jail, jail staff found 2 unknown pills and gummies in one of the prescription bottles. The items did not match prescription on the bottle. So
that's pretty based. That she tried to get that shit in there. Now she probably obviously did it unknowingly, but still.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what you have in the bottles?
Yeah. Yeah, I put ibuprofen in a random ass bottle once. It was like unlabeled because I needed it. Because when I got out of the race car, my head's pounding every fucking time. So I'm like, give me ibuprofen, please. Oh, it's so delicious. ASC Mint says drugs should be legal. Governments are evil.
What do you think about that? What do you think? Should drugs be legal in all cases, like all drugs?
man, there's a part of me that's like, let people live, let people do whatever they're gonna do. But I also look from it, and this is where like my mind is kind of in a weird place right now, because from my perspective and how I choose to live my life and how I've always been, I've never had issues at all with addiction. I've never had issues with I'm as casual as they come. I can drink every day for like 4 or 5 days, and then I can not drink for 6 months. It's not it's just how I have always been. So I look at it from that perspective. Then I see people like in my family and what Nick is dealing with right now, where he just cannot fucking get off of it, and he's so
well. We don't know that. Again, we don't know that he cannot. He might just be choosing not right now.
Yeah, sure. But
and we don't know that he even used any of these items. We just know that we've seen him drink whiskey. People allege that they saw powder under his nose. I didn't see it. And by the way, it could have been anything else.
Yeah, powdered donuts, man. I get a donut craving in the middle.
That is
you
true.
See powder under my nose, I promise you, it's Dunkin' Donuts. It ain't anything else.
That is true. That is true. But also, Dunkin' Donuts makes you gain weight, not lose 60 pounds.
Okay. He exercises. He's a active guy.
Yeah.
The chatty that's
he exercises. That motherfucker don't exercise. You see his shoulders? His shoulders are smaller than a small woman's.
Oh, man, I don't know. I go back and forth about this idea, like, should all drugs be legal? On the one hand, it's like, yeah, like, you should be able to put whatever you want to in your body, You should be able to do drugs, you should be able to do anything you want. You should be able to destroy yourself if you want to.
Yeah.
But then you've got kids. So
that's kind of where it all fucking gets weird, right? So, like, it starts changing when you have small children around the house. Because it always makes me think about that damn scene in Breaking Bad, where that little redheaded kid's like walks out of the corner and his like parents are so fucked up, and like one of them dies, and he's just walking around sitting there, like turns the TV on, watches cartoons in the mess, and you're like, oh, this is fucked up, bro.
I mean, if you made everything legal, the reality of that is you'd be writing off a lot of people as lost causes, because you know what's going to happen. They're just, oh man, hook them all up, let them die in the streets, and I can't justify that.
Yeah, it's hard. It is there's so much nuance to every situation that it's really hard to just say one thing or the other. Right? It's like all in or all out. There's just too much damn nuance in it. Especially when you know people that are involved in it. You're like, well, fucking hell, I don't know what to do. Right? So and again, what do you think some of the denial that comes from it, Ethan, is from just it's like a legal strategy to just not mention anything?
No, I think that addicts always deny because they don't realize, like, if any of this is true, the Nick's being accused of, he hasn't sunk in yet that he's facing real consequences from his behavior. So he doesn't realize that he's lost control over his life. I used to know alcoholics. I've been to AA meetings, with them. And so I listened to all these stories, and it doesn't hit you that you've lost control of your life, that you have, there's real momentum with your behavior and your usage of whatever substance it is, until it becomes clear. And, potentially going to prison, losing your children, none of that seems manageable to me. It seems like no matter how much fun you're having, if those are the consequences, that's rock bottom. And you've got to wake up at that point and realize that you're not making your own choices anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where you don't really understand the position you're in until something like that happens. And I know this is fucked up to say as one of Nick's friends, but when I saw this, I was shocked. Obviously, Thursday night, I was shocked. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe it's finally happening. Like, I knew this was going to happen eventually, but I didn't think it would be 3 days after I thought about it. And I was thinking, well, maybe there's a silver lining. Maybe this is what it's going to take to do the 180 and start going in the correct direction. Because I know we all know he's the fucking king when it comes to trial streams and when it comes to like law streams. I mean, he had 100,000 people concurrent watching. Who has that? He was just leading the way. So he's easily talented enough. He's easily capable enough to turn it all around and go towards it. But does he want it enough? And I was thinking when this happened and he bails, he's immediately going to be like, okay, I'm fucking up. I got to right this ship. And then when I see locals and he's insinuating that nothing happened and it's all lies, I was like, fuck, we're not going to get that. We're not going to get that, outcome now. Right.
I've seen a lot of addicts. I work with kids, though, man. Kids that have been in terrible situations. And a lot of that is brought on by addiction. I mean, some of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. Never. I had to stop doing therapy with kids because it was just fucking me up. And you can only imagine what it does there. And that's the real problem there. And addicts, you're not having fun anymore. I mean, you're chasing highs. For a little while, you're having fun. But when you gotta get high to maintain every day, just to, pull the car around or something. I'm gonna pull the car around. Let me hit a rail. Like that's not good.
Yeah. That's pretty rough. And that's
it must be fun to have a beautiful wife, to be getting 100,000 people watching your live streams, to be pretty much universally loved, or at least your critics are, and then you need to accentuate that with chemicals and other things. That's too bad, because most people would be thrilled if that was their life. Big house, you got a hot tub, you got a wife who loves you, you got kids, you got a beautiful family, and then you're adding spice to that, which is unusual. But,
that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm thinking to myself, my God, you just you're fucking kicking ass, and I don't know. It's like you said.
Can you imagine if right now you're like coming in 10th place? You're going to be in the top 10s. Where did you place in Charlotte?
Charlotte, we were running 9th, and then I was 3rd on the restart, and it was like the coolest shit ever. They talked about me on TV for like a while, but I did not get tires on the restart, and we dropped like a rock, and I finished 13th. But still an awesome finish because it was the biggest Charlotte entry list in like 10 years. There was over 30 cars, and we finished 13th, which is awesome. And we almost got 10th. It's just a late race caution fucked up everything. But we were fast, man. I was passing some of the like $1 million cars on the outside in my Timcast car. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, props to you, man. Living the dream. That's awesome, man.
I loved it. It was really, really cool. But like you were saying, like, imagine doing that. Imagine doing that and then getting some sponsorship, getting on a top team, start winning, start racing another series, higher series, start winning. And then for some reason, I'm just like, I'm going to do cocaine every day.
I need a habit. I need to spice this up a little bit. And then you get a habit and you fuck it all up.
Yeah.
At least in a way, it's like, people should be watching this and kind of taking a lesson from it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the silver lining. At least some people will be like, all right, fuck, I need to stop whatever I'm doing. I mean, shit, when I saw this going down, I considered like never drinking again. I'm like, maybe I should just never drink ever again.
Remember when the Will Smith slap, like Denzel's quote stuck with me there. He said, at your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you.
Yep. It's fucking terrifying, man. But that's just how it goes. Danny said, still toe morning show, guys. Stories are questionable. Seems like he was fine with everything until his wife left him. Also brought his kids around. Well, yeah, I mean, sure. But he also, I think he said it like a few weeks ago that there was a path and he told her that he couldn't go down it. And then that's when she left. I don't know. That's just what he said. I don't know anything about it other than that. And I haven't been really following it super closely, but
I think he was being excluded. Did you see that hot tub stream?
Oh, yeah, that was like, bad. When I watched that, I was like, this dude is, everybody hates this motherfucker.
Yeah,
everybody.
like we like your wife, we don't like you. I think he was, if he had been welcomed into that scenario, I think it would have been completely different for him.
Yeah, you might be right. And that's where the vindictive nature comes from, because when I saw that stream, you could see this visible disgust from Kayla the entire time at this guy. And then he comes out the other day and says Kayla was in love with him and was wanting to leave Nick for him. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. Bro, come on.
He kept calling her his sweet baby. I was like, come on, dude.
God, what a goober. There's no way. I can't see that. I just can't see it. Now, I don't know if it's true or not true, but I can't see that shit. He's just too goofy. Too goobery. Too beta for that to be the truth, in my opinion.
Did either of you see the Mr. Medicare stream on this?
Oh my God, I saw there was a lot of people watching it.
Some of it.
20,000.
Well, it was good.
Yeah, the last 14 minutes, man. I've heard Mr. Medicare make fun of a lot of things or cover a lot of things. Man, I've never heard him sound depressed. Like, he sounded fucking depressed at the end of it. He was like, you're the best of us, man. Like, what are you doing? Was it worth it? Is all this worth it?
Yeah, that's kind of like that. I mean, that's kind of what I thought. That's what I've been thinking for a while. Just phoning it in on streams, pretty obvious. Just kind of phoning it in and just not really. You could tell if you're a viewer of Nick's, and I'm sure a lot of you are. I mean, I am. I watched almost every Nick stream, or have tried to for a long time. You can kind of get the sense that he doesn't want to he doesn't want to be there. He does not want to stream. He's waiting. He's counting every second until the stream's over. That's why he can't wait. You know what I'm saying? And that's because he wants to get back to what he was doing before.
He has like an obligation to Rumble or Locals or something.
Yeah, I think Local or not Rumble. Rumble, I think he was supposed to do 14 shows a week on Rumble. I think something like that. And I can't even get them to plaster their logo all over my car for millions of views on tweets and shit. I don't even care.
Man, I can't even get them to answer like a question I have about shit.
That's true. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, they're weird. They get the slap boxing all up in that shit. You got slap boxing, but you won't put your name on my car? Come on now. Thank God for Tim Pool. Bless Tim Pool. Bless the beanie. He saved me. This man saved me. Bob the Elder says, haven't been able to catch you live in a while, but it's awesome to see you kicking butt on the ARCA circuit. Can't take time off for a while, but I'm planning on going to Bristol. Hell yeah. Thank you, Bob. I hope so. That's going to be a wild, wild race. We had Jack Posobiec there and his dad and his brother and Trump at the race. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Trump didn't get there until after our race was over, which was a bummer because that would be a great picture. Me and Trump. Was that the Timcast car?
I loved your frog car too, man.
God, it's so beautiful. People still talk about that shit. I have people showing up in autograph lines that are like a mile long, and they're like, bro, the frog car. And it's just random people. And now, granted, my hero cards that I sign autographs on, it's the frog car. So it's the same. I got them made at before Talladega, and I just still have them. I got like hundreds and hundreds of them. So
we should have the micro cards in like 4 months. I'll send you like a ton of them, and you can just
awesome.
Yeah, take those around and sign them.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited for that. It's going to be awesome, man. We got a lot of cool things coming up in the future. I'm excited. The sky's the damn limit, especially now from this week. This week changed everything. Everything changed this week, and stuff's going to become a lot bigger moving forward because of our results have been kind of unexpected for underfunded teams. So looking forward to that shit. I'll announce it when it'll be about a month from now, and I'll announce it, but I can't talk about it at all right now. But some crazy shit are going on. Anyways, Pure Jealousy said, it's been a while since I watched you, but this breaks my heart. It's too hard to watch. Can't believe people have blamed you. You're just a baby. Yeah, I don't know if you guys... What's up, Pure Jealousy? How you doing, baby? One of the weirdest shits that I read, especially a lot on like comments or whatever, is that people were saying that I was the one that like did this to Nick because I like talk about like Tinder dates and shit. And we had a show together, and I was like, you sons of bitches.
Dude, they're doing that to everybody. Camelot, they're blaming all of Nick's friends. I've received blame for this. Everybody who's on Nick's side who doesn't persecute him over this is to blame in some way for Nick's behavior. To me, like, Nick just, like, ghosted everybody. Like, about a few months back, like, Nick just disappeared. And he used to be on all of our streams, or we were invited on his streams. He wasn't answering people's messages to him. And I sent him a few, like, are you okay? Like, where are you? I want you to be my guest. And he wouldn't answer, or he'd answer very briefly and stuff like that. Like, Anna wasn't able to get a hold of him. Cecil wasn't able to get a hold of him. It was really strange. And I don't know what happened there. I don't know what switch got flipped there, but... yeah, he'd be just... And then the next time I saw him, I tuned into him, he looked... in my opinion, he looked like somebody who had a habit. He lost a lot of weight. His eyes were sunken in. Everybody knows this. He looked gaunt. He looked sick. And we were just kind of... Like, his friends were kind of talking like, is Nick okay? Does like if I got sick, if I really had a disease, I might disappear for a while. You know what I mean? That might be something that I don't know how I would cope with getting cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
But those were some of the theories that we were thinking. None of us thought this. Like not initially. None of us thought this, because I guess we're naive and we like Nick a lot. We were worried that he had cancer, and he just didn't want to tell us. So finally, he did started talking. He let me on the stream. I forced him to eat a pie. So stupid, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it was wild. It was the ghosting started probably in October last year, I think. November.
Yeah.
That's it was right around the time that the April girl got involved, and then the cocaine use got real bad. And that's when I didn't really hear from him for a while. So I'd check in every now and then. But yeah. It got pretty bad for a while there. It got really bad. It never really got better until just now. And we don't even know if it's going to get better. I mean, I don't know if you know anything about this, Tug, but is like to do any program, you have to pass like certain drug tests and whatnot. So, I mean, he would have to keep to something like that. And could he keep to something like that after being, 24/7 for so long?
He needs I realize there's probably legal ramifications for doing specific things, but no, he needs rehab. I mean, honestly, he needs rehab.
Yeah, and I think once he goes through that program, it's going to be like waking up for the first time for him. He's going to be like, holy shit, I can't believe I went through all that and did this. Because like I said, he's a smart dude. And, that's just how I see it. Jeff says, but to get slam pieces, you were recommending Interstellar, not nose candy. Yeah, that's all you need. You don't need no cocaine, man. And you don't need to pay him, bro. God, just turn on Interstellar and their panties come off. It's weird. Thank you, Jefferson. Commodore says Washington State made drugs legal, and it was a nightmare for law enforcement. They had to reverse the laws. Well, maybe it's there's only a very small amount of case studies for that. Das Pooch. Based on post-release comments, neither Nick nor April have hit rock bottom lucidity yet. Still delusional. Anything could happen before August court date. Yeah.
What do you mean April? Why is April in this? Neither Nick nor April. April's free to go.
Yeah, she doesn't. I think they meant Kayla, but April got all her charges dropped.
April made a comment. The charges or the case, obviously there's no court date for her, but she did make a comment. She was like, I'm not an addict, someone else,
Who do you think she meant by someone else did this to me? Who was the someone else she was referring to?
I don't know. That's what I wonder. I was like, oh man, I mean, is she gonna
roll? Yeah, because I think I got to be honest. From when I look at this April girl and I see streams of this April girl from back in the day, I feel like she's going to throw everybody on the bus immediately. I don't know. I just get that weird ass vibe that she will fuck everybody over. And I don't have any reason for believing that. I just, something about her body language and her face. I'm like, oh, dude, she's going to definitely fuck everybody over.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I don't think she needs to. I don't think she needs to, quote unquote, turn state's evidence because they got nothing on her. Right. She wasn't, it's like those weren't her drugs. They weren't her guns or anything like that. She was just visiting the house. Like, what exactly am I being held for? Nothing. You can go. So I don't think it was a matter of having to make a plea deal or anything like that. I don't think she needs to testify, or anything. Well, she's going to probably have to testify, but I don't think she needs to make a deal to protect herself. So I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Somebody in chat said she's going to blame Aaron. I'm like, no, she's not. She doesn't profit off of blaming Aaron. I mean, maybe she will to some degree, but to cut any deal, she's not going to be blaming Aaron. He's not facing any charges. So like, you know what I'm saying? I could see her doing something crazy. Slagless says this is going to spiral more. Get ready for porn tape leak. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Let's do that. No, that's a joke.
No.
Nick's OnlyFans arc is coming. Helena, the mods here are super protective. Nick was part of the family. Please don't be cruel. This is a sad situation. No, I completely agree. Helena. Nick is a great friend, and he's been a great friend for a long time. And that's what I've been saying since the beginning. I believe he has a good heart, and I believe he can come back from this. And I believe he's just, he's in a bad place right now, and unfortunately is facing some fucked up consequences as a result.
Well, people joke about it. I mean, what are we supposed to fucking do in this? I was, one thing I'll say, EBS, like I was very I was very impressed by everyone. There were talks about intervention, man. What's going to go on? And all the people, like, there are people that hate each other that were like, "Go, I'm going to get together. We will all do this. We'll do it together. We'll show that guy." Man, I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but looking back now, that intervention would have gone over like a lead balloon.
Yeah.
He was not ready to hear that. He would have laughed at us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were all in a little chat about that on fucking. Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, I was ready to fly, bro. I was talking to Drex. I'm like, "Do I need to fly out there tomorrow?" And he was like, "Let me let you know tomorrow," because he's like, "I'm going to his house." And then fucking lo and behold, literally 12 hours later, he got arrested. So I was like, "Well, never mind." So yeah, that was wild. Absolutely wild. I couldn't believe it. But the issue is if you don't talk about it, people are going to say you're enabling Nick. And if you do talk about it, people are going to say you're a terrible friend or you're enabling Nick or vice versa. Like, there's really no, like, because that's what I was thinking about it this morning. If you don't talk about it, if you do talk about it, there's going to be somebody saying, "Well, you're a bad person for doing any of these things." Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'll give my take on it. But everybody thought it was Aaron that turned him in. And I'm like, well, it's obvious. It's already in the report, man. It's in the report. It was the pastor, right? So.
Yeah, but who told the pastor?
Well, I'm thinking it was a kid, like a child, right? I mean, I could. There's never in a situation where I could see Nick would tell somebody about that.
You don't think an adult might have told a pastor?
Maybe, yeah. Well, maybe, yeah. You're right. I didn't think about that. Like another adult that maybe
You
kind
think
of.
one of Nick's kids complained? I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe not. They probably wouldn't even know.
I think an adult did it, personally.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious what went on. People can argue, but I think it's going to turn out that I'm right. So.
Yeah. That makes sense.
People have motives for things. And, I see Art, the clown in the chat. Like, you don't know, Ethan, you don't practice law. What I'm saying is this. I don't practice law. I'm just saying that April has no motivation. They don't have anything on her to say, you need to turn on these people. They don't have, everything that they can accuse her of, she can explain. Well, the card had cocaine. Well, it wasn't I didn't use it. I lent it. There's a million different ways to kind of talk your way out of all of this stuff. She's not motivated to turn over. I mean, she could do it out of vengeance. She could do it out of bad feeling. She could do it out of stupidity, but she doesn't have to. And I don't think she will.
Who, the April girl?
Yeah. I don't think she will.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Go ahead.
I was going to say, one of the worst things I've seen is people going after the pastor. The pastor's name came out, and
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, people, I mean, they weren't just talking about, this guy's bad. I mean, there's been some horrible conversations about that. And it's like, that is not the right way. That is not the right way at all. The person, he went in, again, he was concerned. He asked for a wellness check. That's what you're asking for. You're not asking for somebody to have their door battered down. You're just asking for somebody to go in and make sure that the kids are safe. Like, that's not unreasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Meredith says Mark Gruber was saying on stream with Barnes, interventions won't work. The best thing would be to challenge Nick to 90 meetings in 90 days. Meredith, thank you. Appreciate you. Like AA meetings? Is that what you're talking about? Do they cover cocaine in AA meetings? I mean, I guess you could. It kind of applies to everything, I feel like.
NA.
Yeah. That makes sense.
White knuckle sobriety, without any kind of help, you're talking 10%. That's about how the effective rate is, 10%. So.
Oh, yeah. Somebody in the chat brings up a great point. Kiki says they wouldn't want her to turn on Nick. They'd want her to turn on whoever sold to her and Nick.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I'm just saying there were they don't have anything to hold her on. I understand she was arrested, but for what? I was in this house with these people. That's it. They have to let her go. There are no charges.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I know I'm not an internet lawyer, but, it's pretty clear.
I mean, me neither. I'm the furthest thing from an internet lawyer. I didn't even graduate high school. But yeah, no. And it doesn't matter if she like if everybody knew that she lived there or something, it doesn't matter because evidence doesn't point to that at all. There's no hard evidence of that.
There were drugs. She could say they weren't hers. The gun wasn't hers. I mean, that's the main charge. The kids, the gun, the drugs together equals what we're looking at, right?
Yeah.
So if you're a visitor, you're a guest in the house, you're suddenly responsible for that?
Yeah, that would suck. That's like being in a car and somebody gets pulled over and you're just like riding in their car and then you get to go to jail. Or an Uber driver. What if you got an Uber and they pulled over an Uber and searched the car and there was cocaine and then they charged you with it? That would be crazy. So yeah, I get that. Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate you. Says, watch what you say. You might be called a witness. Shit, I don't know nothing. Thank you, Gigi. Maps go on the wall. There are texts where she states that she lives there. They did not have to let her go. Is there really? I didn't know that. Do you know anything about that, Tug?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. Other than like, where would she go after she left Aaron's house or whatever? I mean, they probably have parents close by though. I don't really know. So, Nick doing a stream tonight? Sean says, I have no idea. Sean.
I hope not.
Yeah, I would just not stream. If I was Nick, I would turn off my phone, or I would log out of my social media apps on my phone and turn my PC off, and then fucking exercise, relax, get legal counsel, hang out with my family. That's what I'd do. Thank you, Billy. And I would throw all the whiskey away. It's gonna suck for like 3 weeks though. It's gonna be real bad, but fuck it.
Some people are like, the mandatory reporter got him in trouble. Tug, what do you? It's mandatory. It's not like optional reporter. People come to you. It's the same thing in therapy. Like there are instances where I am obligated to contact the police. If I don't, first of all, there could be consequences for me. But on top of that, if I'm looking at the safety of a kid, like I'm not thinking about the consequence. Well, maybe I should or shouldn't. You know, you get into that again. You're mandatory. You're obligated to do that. So it's not a oh man, could he or couldn't he? Like he's supposed to. So.
Yeah. Ben says it's not mandatory to involve the state if you didn't see him doing drugs. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm definitely not a Minnesota lawyer. That's for damn sure.
Pretty soon, neither will Nick be.
Well, yeah, that's probably gonna. I don't think you can really.
They're not going to take his license away from him, are they? I mean, what do you think, Tog? Do you know?
Probably not. No, that's what the lawyers have been talking about now.
Really, that's wild. Damn. Well, maybe yeah. I guess it's not very easy to lose your license then.
I mean, they have all first time offender. They have all kinds of diversionary programs.
Yeah.
I would rather they go with that too, because again, you know, is it better to get the man clean? Is it better for his kids, or is it better to throw him in jail? Well, obviously, keep the father with the family, but make sure that he is in a place where he can provide them the best support.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's probably for the best route. Yeah. Somebody said his license could be suspended, but he probably won't lose it. Okay, well, good. Good Logic stated he faces a likely suspension, not disbarment. Interesting. Phantasmagorical, fuck it, says that April was texting Ethan Ralph. I don't know about that. Why would anybody text Ethan Ralph? Hey, Ethan, how you doing? By the way, here's all this insider info. Say, what? Ethan? Ralph? Come on. No one ain't gonna text no Ethan Ralph first. Come on. But yeah. Why is Rethan here? Of course he's here. He was in my chat, so I invited him. And he knows a lot of things, and he's a wise, mature man.
That's right. Thank you, Camelot. Unlike you, Joker Riddler, you weirdo. Follow me around wherever I go, calling me Rethan, you sped.
Yeah. Is Nick representing himself?
No, right? No. Because he's in his his defamation case. He's got a lawyer, so
yeah.
There's no evidence he's got a lawyer. I mean, the first thing a lawyer would be like is get the fuck offline. I mean, he posted today. You know, he commented about something that Mr. Medicare said. So, he represented himself in the hearing we saw. So,
well, that's what I saw. He's like he was representing himself, and he was also representing Kayla for what I saw. And he asked for 15 minutes unsupervised to talk to his clients because they refused that or something. I was trying to pay attention to it. It was all happening like during the weekend, my busy ass weekend. Some people are saying no, he's not, and other people are saying yes, he is. Okay, that was just for the bond hearing. Okay, thank you, Kiki. I appreciate that. The arraignment. All right. So yeah, and then when we move on to the defense, Nick's best defense is the Constitution. And so, can you explain that to me, Tug? Because you've been covering it.
Well, I mean, that's what LawTube has been talking about all day. The constitutionality of what we read right there was there cause for it, and then there are other issues that come up with firearms, kids, and everything else. How constitutional is everything that's gone through? I mean, ultimately, like when they get into that, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a constitutional lawyer. That's been one of the sticking points here. We're having two different conversations. Like Nick needs help, man. In my opinion, he needs fucking help. Like the other part of that, I don't know. I'll let the lawyers bash that out.
Yeah, that's where it's kind of hard for me to follow. It's like it gets really, really strange and a lot of legalities or legalese or whatever the heck. Oh, by the way, Nick was here earlier. Nick was in the chat earlier. So all hail to Nick, and hopefully everything goes good for him. Because MNHS says Joe wouldn't say much, but Joe did say he was in talks being his lawyer, and he said Nick was in good spirits. So that's good to hear. Thank you, MNHS06. I appreciate you. Snow Rome says it's tantalizing to speculate, but we only know the facts presented in the hearing. Reserve judgment until we know all the facts. Thank you, Snow Rome. I appreciate you.
Nobody's judging. We're just speculating for a live stream. We allowed to talk?
No.
No, we're not. Oh, my mistake.
Meredith says Grubert also said addiction is a physical, psychological, and spiritual problem. Rehab is necessary to deal with the physical part of the condition. Thank you, Meredith. Appreciate you. Das Pooch said April DM'd Ralph on Twitter while he streamed Nick's jail appearance. I was watching. It was someone did this to me. I'm not an addict comment. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that might be real then, because that's the comment that's everybody's been talking about. You know, someone did this to me. I mean, who's the someone? I mean, it's pretty apparent who she's talking about. But thank you, Das Pooch. I appreciate you. Because to be completely transparent, the Aaron Amholt guy has not lost weight and looks completely normal. So she's not talking about him, even though people want to talk about that. So
Joe, one of the other lawyers, had a good point too. He's like, yeah, you can fixate on the constitutional issues, but the thing is, in the short term, Nick has issues. I mean, everybody's been talking about that. Does that fix these issues that he's having?
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think they do. You know, it's hard. Yeah, Libertify. Let's hope not. I doubt it will go that range. You don't stay around somebody for a year and claim that weird ass defense. But there was also the charge of a lot of people misconstrued the charge on Kayla when the charge of child endangerment, where it deals with sexual or physical abuse. And I didn't even know what that was about when I read it, other than it pertained to physical abuse, obviously. And it's one of those things where they probably should word that a little bit better, because that makes people go fucking crazy when they read that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't something that was brought up in the hearing either. They could have, again, we need more clarification on that. They could have been hitting the wrong button on they check box this stuff, you know, when you go through, like it's clicking buttons. So I'd like more clarification on that for sure. Because when I watched the hearing, you know, and I said that and people were like, that's cope. No, that is a damning thing if that's coming up. And as far as judges are concerned, yeah, they take that much more seriously than they do finding drugs in the home and saying there's neglect versus abuse.
Right. Yeah, people in chat are saying or neglect. Okay. So, yeah, it just what it reminds me of is it reminds me of when, you know, somebody taking a piss like behind a restaurant gets registered. It has to register as a sex offender. And it's also equally the same as a sex offender that did something absolutely fucking horrible, you know. And I'm like, these are not the same thing. Dude was pissing behind a restaurant. Come on. but they listed as the exact same thing, and I'm like, that's pretty terrible. Joe says, I may be the only one, but I'm glad he was read his right, or I'm glad he had his rights violated, and maybe what saved him and his family from a much worse situation. So how exactly was his rights violated?
Yeah, that goes back into that conversation
Constitutional.
about
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you, Joe. And also Trucker Rob, by the way, with a ginormous $100 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Says, way behind in the stream and eating some fried chicken. Hope Nick gets better with whatever issues he's going on, but I have no emotional investment. Parasocial relationships are cancer, except with you, Cody. Oh, goddamn, I appreciate that. We can be parasocial because I swing that way. All right, Trucker Rob, I'll gladly be parasocial with you and put you on my car for Iowa, June 14th, the Iowa race. Thank you, Trucker Rob. I appreciate you, dude. You're on there, my friend. Oop. Yeah, and we'll have a new paint scheme on the Timcast car. It's going to be pretty cool looking, so give that a look-see. It's going to have chickens all over it, by the way. It'll be fun. There's going to be chickens all over that sumbitch. So I'm excited for that. There's going to be a giant one on the front of the car. And then a bunch.
Why? What's a chicken thing?
He raises chickens. So like you went to his place.
Yeah,
he had chickens fucking everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
He's putting chickens all over it. So it's going to be cool.
That's funny.
Thank you, Trigger Rob. Jim tells you, he says, "Fook the government. They're all corrupt liars. Why does everybody forget that when they accuse someone of something? You guys all have Nick's number. You should be talking to him instead of wildly speculating." Well, so I've been talking to Nick off and on, and you should talk to Nick every single day. So I'm not speculating anything, and I'll just leave it at that. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you. You as a viewer, I think this is speculation. Some of the stuff that I'm saying. But yeah, thank you, Jim. Appreciate you for your $20 super chat. And this goes back to what I'm saying. There needs to be a little bit of accountability. I think that's healthy in the situation, and I'm not seeing it at all from anything anywhere. And I'm like, this is frustrating. And that's just my take on it. I know Tug.
What do you think would happen? What do you think should happen here? Best case scenario for you, where everything gets solved the best way possible.
I think Nick realizing that there's obviously an issue here. Nick owning up to that issue. Maybe a short statement. Look, I have an issue. I'm working on fixing it. He goes to rehab, gets it taken care of, focuses on his family, maybe takes some time off from social media if he can. I don't know what his contract looks like. And, probably be on some kind of probation or something. I don't know. Rehab and probation. I don't want to see him go to prison. I mean, he has children. Like Tug says, the best thing for the children is to keep the father in the family.
Yep.
So
Culture Pro says the electric chair, which I think is like...
God damn.
Pushing it.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I think
quite.
I think rehab
worst case.
first, man. I don't even know about public statement or anything else.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Do you think he should make the statement that he's going to rehab, or just go to rehab?
I mean, something. Hey, I'm going to get this started. So I don't know the legal ramifications for anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know for Nick himself, if we're just talking about like what he needs to do, rehab. That's the
I agree.
fucking first step.
Yeah, if it was legally viable for him to say that, yeah, I would be all for that. Because I think people respect that. I mean, I do. I respect when I see somebody going to take care of business. That's like a thing. Yeah, it's a honorable thing. I feel like there shouldn't be any stigma associated with rehab. Look, I'm going to do this thing.
Do you really? I mean, I don't think that viewers and stuff are really going to hold it against you for going to rehab.
Yeah.
I think, most people are like, yeah, fuck yeah. And people understand that. Most people have either used or known somebody that's used, and they're not judging that. They're talking about, man, your life is a fucking train wreck, son. Like, get it together. Like, this should be a wake-up call. I don't want to cut slack on that either. Some people are like, oh man, you guys, you're coping. No, nobody is. Everybody's like, get the fuck to rehab, clean your life up, please, man.
Yeah, I completely agree. Been away from watching most channels for a while, but asking again over a year later. Want to go to Fantasia this coming weekend? What the hell's Fantasia? Were you talking about me? I don't want to go anywhere. This is my first week off from a race in like 2 months. and I'm gonna sleep on Saturday, and it's gonna be so great. I'm finally not gonna be flying on Thursday, gone on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I finally get to sit in my house. So I haven't even slept in my master bedroom in like a month because I have sheets just sitting there and I haven't put them on. I just sleep in my guest room every day. So thank you, Maps. For fuck's sake, he surely can't deny it anymore. Well, I think that's the route he's going. So thank you, Pure Jealousy. I appreciate you. MNHS says everybody keeps saying he's stubborn and whatnot. Make it his idea to go to rehab. Sure. Yeah, I'm right.
He's
there
not stupid though. I mean, Nick has a higher IQ than most fellas, so you can't make him think that it's his idea to go rehab. He has his own opinions about this.
Yeah.
He's going to be his life is going to force him to go to rehab. That's what I think, and that's when you should go to rehab.
Yeah, I agree. That would be the best case scenario. Just go to rehab, get it over with, get all that behind you, and you save a lot of money too. I can't imagine it's cheap. And then
you got to want it though. I mean, that's the
yeah.
thing. You know, the law can send you there, and you can say, "Hey, I'm doing it for whatever kids or whatever." But if you don't do it for yourself, then you will fail. So you have to be at that point.
Yep. It's like what's the there's like a percentage of people, and this is kind of related but unrelated. The percentage of people that start a diet and go on a weight loss journey that fail is like 97%. You know, you have to like want that shit. And with addiction, I would imagine it's almost harder, especially if it's like an actual physical addiction. Whereas, I mean, I guess food can be that way. Fuck yeah, if you taste fucking a pizza melt from Marco's Pizza, holy shit. Oh my God, it's like a pizza gusher. When you bite it, it squirts in your mouth. So I can understand, you know, when it comes to food addiction being close, but not technically physical. 200 watt, peeing behind a restaurant, okay. Peeing behind a Chuck E. Cheese, bad. Yeah, I don't know about that. They could get you anywhere from pissing anywhere. Like Charlie from Always Sunny.
What's wrong with the restroom?
You know, you're drunk.
Oh.
You never been just drunk outside? You ever went to Disney World and you get like 3 whiskey and cokes and you like walk out
and you
like,
pee at Disney World?
Yeah. I mean, I've never pissed behind the Disney World like restaurant, but I mean, I'm sure somebody does. You know. And do you think he's as bad as like a dude that like lured a 9-year-old into a van? I don't think so.
I don't think he's that bad.
Yeah, it's kind of based.
If you're peeing outside, yeah.
I know. We used to only piss outside for like generations, thousands of years. Yeah.
You're like, hey man, I live in the South. That's what we do. Walk around and piss outside all the time. Fuck it.
I've had this argument with my wife because, like, you know, we'll be drinking outside by the pool. And we live in the Pine Barrens, and so there are trees that separate our properties from, you know, each other. And I'll be like, I'm gonna go pee, and she goes, against the tree. Go inside, and I'm like, I'll track water inside. Why can't I pee on the tree in my own yard? And I get all this grief, Camelot. I get all this grief from my wife about this. I'm like, how is this different from being in the woods? We literally are in the woods. Yeah. It's like you're peeing on your own property, you animal, when you could just walk inside.
Bro, dude, I was having a pool party at my house, and I was drunker than hell. Because it's a pool party at my house. We have a freaking projector up on the back of the house watching scary movies. I walked over to the rocks, the pebbles beside my pool, and pissed on that sumbitch. I don't give a damn. I own this pool. This is my pool. I'm pissing on the pool. I don't even piss in it. I won't piss in it. That's weird, but I'll piss on it. You know?
It's not like
Aesop's Fable says, Nick isn't your friend, just someone you can milk for content. Now, that's another thing that people are saying. How do you respond to that, Tug? Like, what would you say in response to that?
First of all, I hope Nick's my friend. Second of all, would Nick milk me for content? Maybe, but he'd try to help me too. So
yeah, we're YouTubers. You understand? We do YouTube. We all milk each other for content and milk. Sometimes actual milk.
Milk.
That's happened a couple of times. Yeah. But that's we talk about each other. And we have. And why wouldn't we talk about this? This is, of course, we would talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree, and I think what's the most important thing about this conversation tonight is to show people that we were concerned and we care and we want to see a positive outcome. And there is some shit going on. There is some bad shit going on, and we want to see a good outcome. And like I said earlier, people are going to say, if you don't talk about it, people are going to say you're enabling this guy. If you do talk about it and you defend him, they're going to say you're enabling this guy. If you do talk about it and you don't defend him, then they're going to say you're a bad friend and you're a piece of shit. So like there's no way around it. This is just how the internet works. This is how
you just have to be honest. I mean, honesty is it. Like, how do you really feel? And then people are going to say whatever they say, but at least you were honest about it.
Right. Yeah.
We're supposed to pretend none of this happens.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Map says, dude, you explained Fantasia to Boogie when you interviewed him, I think. Local strip club in Huntsville. I thought it was the pony, but maybe Fantasia. I don't remember. Thank you, Maps. I'm more into the pony too over there on 72. Come on, let's go. Thank you, Maps. I appreciate you.
Are they all nude in Alabama, or do they have to wear?
Oh, they're only tops, no bottoms. I don't like the bottom ones. They scare me. You ever a fucking stripper just rips her bottoms off and it looks like the damn face of Bo? Looks like somebody punched it with like 9 nails in their fist like 100 times.
Jeez.
God, I hate bottom strip clubs. They take it off and that shit looks like the Ark of the Covenant. My face.
Yeah, but you'd rather know than not know. I mean, then you got her on your lap and she looks like the Ark of the Covenant down there, and you don't know it.
Well, I'm not about to find out anyway. I would like to imagine that it looks like a McDouble on the menu at McDonald's sideways. But it's never like that. The labias are like 8 inches long and tied in a knot and shit. I'm like, can you not get that lasered off? What are you doing? You know? God. No, thank you. Jesus Christ. So yeah. I don't know. I don't like the bottoms one. And they're pretentious for some reason. They're like, yeah, you get to see this, so you don't deserve this. And I'm like, bitch, I don't want it. All right. Ron Martin said the left persecuted Rush Limbaugh for an addiction scandal, and he overcame and continued to show. Nick can do the same. SJWs are not the ones that need help. I agree, right? I 100% agree, Ron. That's what I was talking about earlier. 100% agree with you right there. Yeah, dude. 100%. Am I dumb or did you miss my last chat? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I got you, Squid. I might have missed it, though, because there's over 100 tonight, which is like a record for me. So, except for the 24-hour stream, it was like 390. It was wait, there was a gold boy, and it said Squid. I'm scrolling up. Where'd it go? That is a good. Yeah, this is a good one. If Nick doesn't hand out signed copies of his mug shot for his locals 5K gift when he gets better, he's not a true gifter. Yeah, and that would be a cheap alternative. 100%, dude. You're right there with me, Squid. Yeah, dude. Thank you, Squid. Russell Hall says, I'm afraid in a couple of years, no one will look back on that mugshot and laugh about it. No, well, Russell Hall, you know what to do. Change your picture right now to Nick mugshot. Like everybody did for the Trump mugshot for like a week. Everybody on Twitter had that as their PFP. Tug Simp says, EBS, stop telling people what Nick said privately. How could you?
The things that I said that Nick said privately, he wanted everybody to know. He wanted people to know those things.
Right. Jay Bama says, good to see people who actually care about Nick. Appreciate you, Jay Bama. Hope you're doing well. Fetus Deletus says, Camelot hates Arby's. Bigot. You know how expensive Arby's freaking roast beefs are now? Bro, when I was growing up, it was 5 for $5. When I was 16 years old, 5 for $5. My mom would bring that shit home every night. You know how much it is? Now, it's like 2 for $14.99, and that's their deal. It's freaking crazy. Thank you, Fetus Deletus. I appreciate you. Fall says, if Nick pleads out the average time for amount he got busted with, and even if they want to push distribution, jail time on plea deals for that in Minnesota is about 22 to 122 months. FYI. Thank you, Thal. I appreciate you. Love you. Thank you for your orange boy. You're good. You're a good man. Can you guys do me a favor and like the show in honor of EBS and Tug for hanging out with us tonight?
That means you, Joker Riddler. You
Yeah.
better like it in honor of me.
Yes. God damn it.
I saw some people that were like, hey, Tug and EVS on the thing. I didn't know we were fighting or anything. Like, not that I was aware of.
We're probably all in a beef, and I don't even know it.
Yeah.
That's how this works.
We could start one tonight. Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, it was like, yeah.
EVS was like, hey, that sounds like a good idea. I saw that look, man.
I'm not beefing with anybody. People are beefing with me. That's the thing. I'm neutral. There are people doing their own thing.
I just saw you look up. You're like, It's like, wait, I should have said that.
I appreciate you, Tug. I definitely appreciate you.
On the next Trash Cast.
Fuck Tug.
How could he? Oh my god, yeah, dude. It was. I mean, it's like and people get really, really, really excited about that shit because people still ask me. They asked me today, "Are you still beefing with Nina Infinity?" And I was like, "I was never beefing with Nina. That was never a thing." She released a video talking about that whole thing from months ago, and I was talking to her that day about something unrelated and laughing about it. Like, it's not.
Love Nina Infinity.
Yeah, it's not real life, man.
She's great.
She is. Michael, YouTube doesn't like helplines. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you.
Trash cast behind the mask. No.
Oh my god. Thank you, Rebel Bird. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I'm excited to see how this turns out, and I'm excited to see what Nick says when he goes live. I would probably think he shouldn't go live, but I'm sure he's gonna. To defend himself. And
this is going to be YouTube content galore. I'm already seeing people like with people I've never fucking heard of that have like Nick Rekieta videos that are getting 200, 300,000 views. Yeah. Nick's a well-known, either well-liked or disliked by some people figure that this is an interesting thing. When it comes to me, like I feel too close to it, so I'll sort of do the broad strokes of it. But people are going to get way into this with their live streaming and their videos. It's going to be pretty interesting. Somebody said that Johnny Depp is going to be covering his trial, which is
yeah. Did you see the meme of that?
Yeah,
it was a quote from Johnny Depp. He was like, I'm going to stream on this. Nick Rekieta inspired me to do so.
Could you imagine if he? I don't mean. Well, his trial won't look anything like that, right? And it won't be televised, right?
No, I doubt he'd have as a trial.
How much a trial? Yeah, it's not like he's being sued. It's like 1 day in and out. I think. Hopefully, I don't know.
I mean, that'd be wild. What if he streamed his own trial?
Well, he should. I mean, honestly, like. He is a YouTuber. I mean, that's what he is. He is a YouTuber. And as a YouTuber, if you're in this scenario, aren't you supposed to chronicle it for people? I mean, aren't you supposed to? I mean, aside from, being careful about, what you say so you don't damage your own defense, like, shouldn't you do that? I mean, if this were Jake Paul that this were happening to, you don't think he would be making videos about this shit?
Oh, yeah, he would be for sure. He'd be like putting selfie videos out as Instagram stories, calling everybody bitches, and it's not true. Yeah, 100%. He would be doing that.
I mean, Andrew Tate does it, like he's making videos like that. I think you're supposed to do that. I don't know. Being a YouTuber is a whole different set of morals. It's a whole different set of morality, and some of the choices that people make are not the best ones, but I think you are supposed to let people in on this because you're a public figure who basically vlogs every single day. So I would like to see Nick do it with the advice of a lawyer and no alcohol, no drinking.
Oh yeah.
Just talk about what you're going through, what you think, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I swear to God, Nick, I know he's probably out there. If you launch a damn live stream tomorrow and this son of a bitch does this, all right, guys, a lot has happened. Anyways, and pours.
Here comes the fucking
and he licks the
glass right next to his face. Oh fuck, no!
I'll be like, Nick, what do you do? Please, God, for one stream, just don't give them the ammo because they're gonna be freaking out, man. You're gonna have 10K watchers tomorrow. Like, don't lick the bottle, bro.
Hey, his first locals post was funny. He was like, it was right after the freaking hearing. He's like, what's happening today? Just woke up. What's going on? I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I agree. It was pretty good. Russell Hall says, half the girls I've pulled look like a bomb exploded in their underwear when I got them off. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus. Who you been smashing, Russell? Dude, I can count on one hand the snatches that look freaking like grenaded. So I don't know, man. Russell, I appreciate you, dude. Fall, quote, audio and video coverage would remain prohibited in cases in drug courts, mental health courts, veteran courts, except when participants consent for stories in the public interest. Thank you, Thal, for clearing that up. I appreciate your Orange Boy, dude.
It's in the public interest.
It is. It is.
If this isn't, then what is?
Right. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see. Kind of hard to to see. Thank you, Thal. I love you. Appreciate you for your orange boy. You're the man. Thank you. Russell Hall says everything Nick says online is admissible in court. That's true. That's true. But you only get one chance to grift.
That's not, I mean, but you know, hopefully you're not saying things that. Oh man, that's Nick though. I don't know, man. Hopefully you're not saying things that are going to damage your case in court. You just talk about your day to day, how you're feeling, what's happening, without saying things that are incendiary and can hurt you. But everybody else is going to be talking about this. I'm telling you, every single YouTuber is going to be mining this for content.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't Nick participate in some way? I would want to get my narrative out there if I were him, about this whole thing. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the best advice is. I'm just saying that it's just like, as a YouTuber, you would think that, you know, yeah, like you would be YouTubing this. It's important.
I'm going to say that it didn't go very well for the last, for his last, you know, calling the guy, I'm going to say a PDF file.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, hopefully he doesn't say anything that could damage his case. And then that just ran through my head and I went,
yeah.
But to be fair, you know, during that, so stay sober, which you have to do anyway. He has to stay sober. The judge said so in the during the arraignment. So, you know, hopefully he'll exercise better judgment, but he should be talking about things.
Nick gets excited when he gets on a roll, and then he says shit sometimes. He'll get real excited. You can see it, and then he's just like, oh, so-and-so's a pedophile. You're like, oh, no, Nick. He's like, yeah, fuck him. And I'm like, oh, no, Nick. It's just not the way.
Maybe you could explain the legalese behind scooper versus cocaine scooper. I would really like to know that.
Scooper versus cocaine scooper. Did not test positive.
Yeah, they didn't test it. They were just like, it's a cocaine scooper. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe it was just a dog.
What did it say? Like, was it stamped? Did it say made for cocaine or something?
It has like a brand on it. It says best #1 rated cocaine scooper.
It's personalized. It says.
Where do you get a cocaine scooper? Yeah, like where do you get that? I guess same place you get cocaine. So
yeah, I kind of want to like Google it, but then I'm also scared to Google it.
I'm picturing it being really small, like a tiny scoop, like the spout of one of those iodized salt bottles. Like I'm thinking that's the scoop size.
Oh yeah, like bumps. I was imagining like a giant like kitty litter type smell.
Me too. When I heard scoop, yeah,
like a large dog. Misty said, "Did Nick bail out?" Yeah, he bailed out like Saturday morning, I think, maybe somewhere in Saturday, I think. Naughty. Does anyone know if he paid cash or took the restrictions?
Thought he took the restrictions.
Yeah, I think it's the restriction route. That's what I read yesterday. But I'm like barely clinging on to what I read too. Because
when they said $50,000 to him, he went,
yeah,
like I don't got, you know. And then his wife's gonna have another. That's $100,000. Like I don't got it, you know. It's like yeah. I can picture him taking the restrictions.
Yeah, I would. Shit, God, I ain't trying to die. Ain't no way in hell I can do that. Shit, I'm dying right now. God, I'm like I have to pull up my budget. My sponsor money budget every day, like 8 times a day, even though I know what it says, just to be like, all right, let me think about what I'm going to do. Let me think about it, because I'm like stressed out always, because everything's so freaking tight.
I might do another car with you. I got to raise the money. I got to raise them because I can't pull it out of my business. It's expensive, but I might crowdfund it, and because people want that Salamandroid car, they want it.
Yeah, and I talked to Tim, and he's totally down with doing a collab. It'd be wicked, absolutely wicked, and yeah, that'd be good. That would
just give me a figure, like send me over an email with a price that you think is fair, and we'll take it from there. We'll figure it out. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you an email because that'd be crazy. That'd be really crazy. Psycho Crusher says, I think that Nick should spend more time away from streaming because he will need to focus on fighting alcohol withdrawal. The issue with that Psycho Crusher, because I mean I think we all agree. The issue with that is it's Nick's job. And if he's anything like me, it's how I, kind of feel fulfilled. If I'm not doing it, I feel like I'm failing everybody that counts on me. And I know we all deal with that bullshit all the time. I hate that. feeling. You're like letting everybody down. That's number one. Number two is he's contractually obligated to do so. That's number two. And then three is he wants to clear his name. There's so many things drawing him to do a show. So it's really, really hard to just not do that. You know what I'm saying? That would be brutal. I mean, it's like Ethan is that way. Trash Cash is a fantastic show. I watch it every freaking time I can, which is usually every time it's on, unless it's like me racing. And he knows people rely on Trash Cast. I see him tweet it every day. Should I continue Trash Cast? And it's like 93% yes on the freaking poll every time.
I can't wait to stop. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Yeah,
it's like you get into this show where it's just like, oh, now I got to report on what the griftosphere is doing every single day. I want to not think about them, but no, that's what people want. Somebody's got to do it. You know, it's like the other shows are okay, but
did you think you would become the best at it?
Listen, I could do a show dunking on anybody or anything and be really good at it. For some reason, like this just kind of happened, and here's where we are. It's become like a secondary job.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I did a random show with Anna in February of last year, and it did really well. And then the next episode did double better. And then Gary came on, and it did quadruple better. And I'm like, well, I can never stop doing this now. It's just, it's like, oh, oops, I'm now this is what I do. And that's how I am with racing. Now I can't stop doing this because all these like executives want to meet with me and all like want to talk about my career, and there's agents wanting to get with me and talk about my career. And I'm like, well, now I can't ever stop doing this. So it's, it's been pretty crazy. Thank you, Psycho Crusher, by the way. I love you, dude. Psycho Crusher's the man. Praz says Colombian grade cocaine scooper. Only the best for the nose. But yeah, and I also think, Nick appreciates these conversations. He probably doesn't appreciate the ones that are overtly like crazy, like speculative, like over the top shit. Like there's a lot of stuff out there that's just wild as fuck. Like the HIV thing for like a year.
People said he had HIV.
Yeah, that was like the number one thing. It's like people thought he had HIV because it's funny to say he's gay. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I asked him like a bunch of times. It's just like, are you sick? Like, and I'm like looking at him because, again, like if you're somebody who would ghost your friends because of illness, would you readily admit it that you were ill? So I'm like looking at him like, are you ill? Like, you're going to let me know? I'm not going to wake up and you're going to be gone, are you? Like, and he told me no, like a million times. Like, no, I'm not sick. Not like that. So I was like, you know what you've done by telling me that you're not sick is you've told me that you're using drugs. It's like, because alcohol doesn't do that to your face. It doesn't make you gaunt. It doesn't suck your eyes in that way. It's one of two things. And if it isn't sickness, shit.
Yeah, it's and that's the one thing Art knows this that would really kind of piss me off is he'd be like, yeah, I just went on a diet and lost like 90% of my body fat and like got 40 pounds underweight. I'm like, all right, now what are you talking about? You're a lot of these people in your chat are fitness experts, by the way, and you're just pissing them off because we know anybody that's involved in fitness knows. I mean, me and Drex talked about this the other day. Drex is like, yeah, that's some bullshit. And I'm like, bro, you don't just lose weight. Like, you don't just lose weight from a diet. It's when you're not overweight. Like Nick was never really overweight. He was normal. And then he gets to like stickly from dieting. No. Yeah. What was he on, the freaking machinist diet?
The machinist diet. That's great.
No.
The Christian Bale diet.
Yeah.
What did he do? Yeah.
No, he just created a new meme. Jesus.
Oh, fuck. That would be a great meme. Like that video of him or picture where he's like all sucking in and crazy looking. And they put Nick's face on it. Oh my God. The Sonic Chew one is the best one. Have you seen that one? I'll pull it up right now. The fucking medallion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where it's like, throw it into the fire. And he's like, no.
Yeah, that's good.
Medallion. And we're gonna find out right now. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I like the guy. Everybody likes the guy. Like his friends, who are being critical of him right now.
He's fun. Good. I mean, he's a fun person, man.
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
Look at that shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
Cast it into the fire. Destroy it. No. The Sonic Chew curse. It's over. Oh man, it's crazy as fuck. Oh,
What the hell was it with Baldo? Did he get a sponsorship for Baldo or something like that? Is that what that was?
Yeah, it was a little.
That's weird.
He never even gave me one. I was really upset. He was passing them out at Vegas, and I'm like, "Where's my Baldo?" Basically, it's like shaped like a little, like a rocket, like a phallic item, and you like put your balls in it, and then you like use it to penetrate. And that it was just a
Wouldn't
thing.
that hurt? Like your balls are sensitive. You don't want to bang them around like inside of something else. Like it doesn't. That would hurt. Like largely, I think.
Yeah, and like the chick you're like giving the Baldo to would have to be like really fucking just gone through for that to work. I feel like. Oh my god, she'd have to be fucking wide open, bro. Chris Benoit says it's sad when a family man fails his children. I'll reach out and offer my help to Nick so he can be a proper father.
This guy murdered his whole family. He is in no position to give Nick any advice at all. Shame on him.
I don't care how many times I see a different Chris Benoit profile saying this shit. It makes me laugh.
It's great. It's so funny.
There's so many of these. Oh, he's just mad because he's a family man like me. I'm like, oh my god. You get a cocaine spoon scooper from McDonald's. Completely serious. Google McDonald's cocaine.
Oh, the little coffee sugar spoon, whatever it is, and you use that for cocaine.
Yeah.
All right.
That or pre-workout. Like pre-workout scooper work. Or a liquid IV scooper. Those are there's a tiny little bastards. Mid-Culture's Plate says, I feel sorry for Aaron. Dude got double cooked. Lost his wife and caught feelings. Oh. Cuck. That's sad. Finish him. Cuck victory. Yeah, he looks like the kind of guy that'd be cucked. Let's be completely transparent, though. That poor bastard. God, he's so unlikable. It's so sad. It's so sad. I heard that dude talk for like 30 seconds. And I'm like, God, Jesus Christ.
Well, I watched him talk about it when he first found out about it, that video. And it's like, this guy did it. This guy definitely did it.
Yeah.
It's based on his like reaction, his acting. Like, this is quite a surprise. I'm so angry. It's really seemed like he's the one responsible for it.
Yeah, thank you, Mom Culture. Yeah, Jenna brings up a good point. She says Aaron admits to partaking for months and weeks, but is somehow the good guy. I don't think he's now. To be fair to Aaron, which I shouldn't even be doing, I don't think he's ever claimed to be a good guy. I think he kind of insinuates that he got out of it, maybe, and maybe he also says he tried to get April out of it way before this happened. But
yeah, right, yeah.
He specifically said on the Kino Casino People show. I saw a clip on Twitter like yesterday where he said Kino or whatever that guy's name is, PPP, the big guy that's shaped like a basketball. Yeah. He was saying, "Oh, you seem like you're the hero in all this," and he's like, "I am absolutely not the hero. Like I was fucked up and did all kinds of fucked up shit, and I stopped." That's kind of what he said. So I don't know. He probably does see himself as that way. I mean, how could you not? You're like the only person that was involved that didn't get arrested. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, because like you see your wife slipping away in a three-way that you were supposed to be a part of, or a couple swap that you're supposed to be a part of. What do you mean, like you left? Didn't you get kicked to the curb? Am I mean for saying that? Like, seems like you wanted to participate, but people didn't want you there. So you got kicked out. You got kicked to the curb from this menage turns out trois. And now, like, oh yeah, I rescued myself, and I tried to get her to come with me. Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
But she said no. So that's not good.
I can see that side of it too.
Yeah.
Like, where he's like pissed because maybe he didn't get to smash a pisser or two like he thought. Or maybe it's because he could tell that April had feelings for Nick. Maybe it was drawn on from substance abuse and confusion, but I mean that would piss any guy off, right? So I mean maybe that's where the vindictive nature comes from, because he saw his wife catching feelings for this other man. I know I would have a 12 gauge. Don't do that shit in Alabama. Yeah, you can't do that in Alabama. We all have 12 gauges here.
That's here. Shit.
Yeah, same thing. You're fucking around here. Yeah,
Hell yeah, man. I've got a 12 gauge over here.
Yeah, dude, I got two. I got one in my under my guest room bed and one under my normal bed. I do not have children, and they're not loaded, by the way.
I've got locked up. I've got one locked up like right over here where I'm at, and I've got a few more around.
Yeah, I got my ammo like locked up, but yeah. When I hear a bump in the night, my happy ass runs to the closet, grabs one, grabs the other, and had my tactical light on my shotgun, and I like go through my whole house creeping. It's not chambered, obviously, because you don't want to react weird, but I'll go through my whole house looking around, and then I see my cat sitting next to a salt shaker shattered, and I'm like, you fucker. Woke up at 4 a.m. because my cat knocked something over.
You're in Alabama, right?
Yeah.
It must be so nice to be able to talk like that.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
I'm in New Jersey. I'm keeping my mouth shut about all things.
I own
Like
no
that.
firearms.
Of course not.
Yeah. Here, we're unincorporated. I can like walk outside right now and just start shooting about the back. I mean, literally.
That's true. Yeah, I remember doing that.
It for real is. That sounds so safe, but it's like, hey, people do that. We have a berm out back. I just walk out and be like, hey, I'm going to have some coffee on the porch and fucking fire off my shotgun. Good times.
When I was growing up, we had this giant like hill that went straight up. It was like dirt. And we would go beside my trailer and we had this old Mosin Nagant, which I'm definitely pronouncing wrong. And we would just go through so many rounds of that Mosin on that hill just all day. It was awesome. And we did that with every gun we had. And I also squirrel hunted on my tiny little 3 acres of land. Shot a squirrel in the face. Just right out in the open. Alabama was crazy, man. It's fun. And also there was no gun crime where it was. It's all in the tightly knit cities. Chris Topher. Aaron has everything to gain. Do not trust him. Do not seek the treasure. Thank you. I appreciate you, Christopher, for your delicious super chat. Oh, by the way, guys, make sure you like the show in honor of Nick's sobriety. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. In honor of him getting better. Our boy was in the stream earlier. Nick was here earlier. We sent him well wishes and hope everything works
Was
out.
he? Did he have anything to say?
No, he just said he couldn't stay. And he said, nice to see you, brother. And he upped his membership, and I told him he's a bitch for it. I was like, oh, of course you don't have a membership for me anymore, you son of a bitch. Bad friend. Charity Love says, that's not where it is. Where the hell to go? Charity Love, where'd you go? Is it that? Okay, there it is. It says, I don't like how Nick called everyone retards and told them to off themselves. It's hard to even consider him being a good guy. When did he say this? I don't remember.
I don't know. I was laughing at the Camelot's accent is definitely fake.
Every damn time. No, I 100%. That sounds like something Nick would say. Like, I gotta be honest. I watch a lot of Nick shows. Him calling everybody retarded and telling them to kill themselves seems really, really Nick-like. So, but is he serious? I don't think so. It's fine. He told that to Aaron. Oh. That makes sense. Was that like, did he actually, or did Aaron say that? I don't know. I think Aaron just said it. Did he show like an actual text of Nick telling him to kill himself? Although Nick totally would say something like that. I'm just saying I didn't see a text about that. It turns out.
I don't know if he showed any text. I'll be right back. I got a kid over here.
All right.
What a good dad Tug is.
Yeah. Art says, can vouch, real Camelot talks like Anthony Hopkins. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know. People said there was one person that said I was from Canada. They had like documentation I was from Canada. And I was like, he's a motherfucker for serious right now. Like, you guys are really crazy as fuck. Canada. Unlucky Irish says potentially criminal has said if Nick put $50K on the table in the court, he could be allowed to drink and or use afterward, meaning if he has a drink in his hand in his next stream, he paid $50K. Oh, you're talking about like the full bail amount without restrictions? Okay.
But he could pay bond $5,000.
Right.
And then just lose it.
Yeah. Psycho Crusher. Now that Nick is out of the slammer, when is he going to release his rap album? Hopefully tomorrow. Because I think Nick will do a show tomorrow, and I think it will be a very large show. I think it'll be a very, very big show for him to tell his side of things, and probably nothing damning as far as legally, but probably going to be a very interesting show. And I would bet he's going to be sober the entire time. So it'll be a very interesting show to watch. Psycho Crusher, appreciate you, dude, for your orange boy. Thank you, baby. And thank you guys for all the likes. We're almost to 2,000 likes, which is like my most liked stream in a year and a half. I appreciate you guys. It's because EBS is here. Somebody came and they were like, man, the frog car was so cool at the autograph session. And I had my bag with me and I pulled out my helmet and I was like, look, I was like, EBS drew Cyberfrog on the back of my helmet. And they were like, holy shit.
We should do like a wrapped helmet, frog helmet. Oh, Salamandroid helmet. Yeah. I want to, man. I want to. I'd have to pay somebody to do that because I would fuck that up hard. I fucked up my current wrap. It looks so bad. But you can't tell because the material I used or the graphic is kind of fucked up looking. So it just all looks fucked up and it's fine. But yeah, that'd be cool. VHS Archive says Cult of the Moo arrives. Don't trust Crow Templars. Thank you, VHS Archive. Appreciate you, dude. Wolverine Snick became a member on Rumble. Thank you, my friend, for your Rumble deliciousness. I appreciate you guys all on Rumble supporting your boy in every way you can. Really helps me out, especially since I'm taking a lot of time off for racing. I took a whole week off last week because I left for Charlotte Wednesday morning. It was a very important race for me. Charlotte's my dream, and we had a great race. Without the late race caution, I would have finished 9th in a main fucking ARCA big speedway, huge entry list race. But we still had a great finish, and we had a lot of good TV time. So it was really fun. And they were very surprised to see me in 3rd. The commentators were like, Cody Dennison? Huh? 3rd? I'm like, oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Don't sound so surprised. They better get to know you. It's common.
Yeah, it's gonna get bigger. A lot of stuff on the horizon that I can't wait to get going. And I finally got my custom fire suit in, which was a weird story in itself. They had to overnight it from California, and I got it like in 10 hours. It was Thursday night, and the president of sales called me and was like, I'm going to overnight this. You're going to get it at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And I was like, how is that possible? And he's like, oh, it's possible. He's like, I got a special order option for you. And I'm like, all right. And he did it. And that shit you not, I went to the shop at 8 a.m. and that sumbitch was sitting there. I could not believe it. I was like, holy shit.
That's nice.
So, yeah, I told him it was specifically made for Charlotte. So I have to have it. And they did me right. So thank God for that.
All right, you want to see the hood of your car? Let me show you what we're going to put on the hood of your car. Share it.
Oh, look at that. Zoom in. All
right, hold on a second here.
That would be wicked. We could do that for maybe, what we get 2 months out? Michigan? Probably maybe Michigan. I'd have to look at the schedule. That'd be cool. That's a fast track. Or
and
Michigan.
Just like a tail all wrapped around it, the Salamandroid logo, purple fire.
Yeah,
it would be fucking awesome, dude. The kids would go nuts. The kids would go absolutely nuts. And that's the thing I liked about NASCAR was it was just like family and a lot of kids who were enthusiastic about all those race cars. You put a car like this on the track and they're gonna fucking flip out. The kids are gonna be really excited.
It was the frog car is I feel like it's the only reason when they do driver intros at every race for some reason, and I'll never be able to explain it, and I think it's the frog car, is the crowd out there. We had a big crowd for Charlotte, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. When they say my name, there's always more cheers than any other driver in the field, and I'm like, is it because of the frog car? Because it's kids, they fucking love the frog car. It's beautiful.
Hey Cam, I gotta jump, man.
All right, Tug, I love you, and thank you so much for hanging out for a couple hours. You're the man, dude.
Yeah, it's fun. Hey, good to see you guys.
Thank you, man.
You too.
But yeah, it really speaks to the kids, and it speaks to everybody else too. So I mean, everybody likes it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's figure it out. Let's see what we got to do, and then Timcast can be on there. But man, we're going to take up most of the car. It's going to be crazy. So
yeah, as long as we have a big ass Timcast logo on the sides, I think he'll be all right with it. I've already talked a few conversations back and forth, and just kind of have some special edition schemes here and there, and helps me out, and it helps us have a kind of a dynamic thing throughout the year, and it really helps. I mean, the fucking sport seems to love it. They were all over the frog car for both races.
I'm going down there to see them like a couple weeks, I think. So
awesome.
I'll say hello.
That'd be awesome. June Wong says the girl I'm currently seeing has a lovely, symmetrical, and beautiful body part. Amazing in the sack hover. She charges $400 an hour. Damn. Damn, could you imagine? Thank you, man. Appreciate you. John Anderson said, "Why didn't you do a third place meme?" I don't know, man. I did the one with Nick, his mugshot. I thought it was pretty funny. We still need merch, Bram Montana. I will have it up tomorrow. I forgot. I was going to have it for this stream, and then I totally forgot. So I'll have it up tomorrow. It's basically just me. It's like my stupid face, and then it has like a green car that says 331, and then a blue car that says 331, and it's like roughly like similar designs to, but nothing's branded, obviously. So, but it looks cool. So I'll have those out so people can actually wear those to races, because people keep asking me for shirts, and I'm like, well, I'll figure it out eventually. So that'd be cool for people to actually show up, because a lot of people come for me, which is really weird.
There you go. This would be on the card too. We'll work those in. That could be on the sides.
Yeah, dude. I love the purple. It needs to be bright fucking purple, like the fire.
Yeah. Fuck, man. It could be the coolest car in the world.
Yeah, dude.
Get Josh on it.
Yeah, that's exciting, dude. Yeah, we really captivated people with the frog car. So 200 watt studio.
Sorry, go ahead.
Says, what day is Michigan? I'll look for you real quick. Thank you, 200 watt studio. Yeah, I mean, it won paint scheme of the race at Talladega, which was cool. Let's see, ARCA schedule. Boop, boop, boop. It is Michigan. August 16th. So almost exactly 2 months away. Maybe not. Maybe 2.5 months. I can't do math. So yeah, that's gonna be wicked. It's gonna be a wicked time. So Michigan's gonna be fun. Then Bristol is like right after that. Bristol's September 19th, which is gonna be amazing. And then we got Kansas as well right after that. It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm excited. Very, very excited for the future. So yeah, we'll have.
You got to come back up north again, so it's a little bit easier for me. Is there something in Pennsylvania?
Let me look. There is Michigan, Milwaukee Mile, Watkins Glen is in New York, right? Bristol Motor Speedway is in Kansas, Toledo is in Michigan, and in Iowa. And I'll look at other stuff. I have actually maybe 2 or 3 more races that I can't talk about yet in a different series, but that could also be something. Gabriel, Ethan, did you read Razorfist's Ghost of the Badlands? What are your thoughts?
I ordered it. I haven't received it yet. I'm looking forward to it because what I saw of it genuinely looked excellent, especially the art. The art was amazing. So I'll do a review of it when I receive it, and I'll be able to tell you what I really think.
Awesome.
I've decided just to be like brutally honest about comic books. Like, I'm gonna read them, and I don't care who did them. It could be my best friend. It could be somebody I don't care about. But I'm just gonna tell the truth and just go through them with a red marker. Just give them like honest reviews. I think people appreciate it. There's so much shilling, you know.
No, I agree. And so you're saying that if Ghost of the Badlands is legitimately great, you will say it's legit.
I'll say it. And even though I think it's probably going to be legitimately great, if I'm wrong, I'll say that too. And by the way, risk Razorfist being pissed at me, and it's like, that's not something I want to do, but I'll do it. You know, if it sucks, I'll say so. I think people want that, so that's what we're going to do.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabriel Knight. I appreciate you. Love you. Yeah, I look forward to that one too. I really, really enjoy the review streams where it's just your hands and a marker. Those are
fun. Yeah, it's fun to look at a comic and just, you know, because people are like, holy shit, the disrespect of drawing in someone's comic book with a red marker. But, you know, you really do get your point across. It's like picture pages. You just kind of go, you know, no, this is no good. This is what it should have been. You mark it up and you edit it in real time. And people dig it. I'm not drawing dicks. Well, I did draw a dick one time because there was a silhouette of Isom in the shower, and there should have been, you know, a big penis, but there was no. So I had to draw the silhouette of his like a horse dick. You know, it's like this is who I am.
Yeah, the Isom ones were fantastic. It's just every page was just something where you're like,
Isom was so bad, dude. Isom sucked. Alpha Core wasn't good. I'll review Yaira. You know, I feel like Yaira's going to be better, but I don't know that for sure. So I'll be there to. I'll be objective about it.
Yeah, as long as it's better than that trailer.
Oh my god, dude! But the animation wasn't bad. It was a quick couple seconds of animation.
It was fun.
It
was good.
Looked good.
Yeah, but damn that trailer, man! I watched that shit and I audibly gasped. I was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" And I don't remember. I saw a stream. I think it was Ryan Cannell and Az, and maybe Eric July, and you could see it on Ryan Cannell's face.
Yeah.
And like Az was like, "It's just absolutely brilliant." The live action, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't do this, man! You're fucking with me right now."
The first time I watched it, because everybody was so excited about it, and there were all these people like, Ethan must be coping and seething. I got like a live action trailer, and I went, well, let me watch it. And I watched it, and then I went, did I hallucinate that? Did the Lord just deliver that into my hands for Trash Cast? Because that is like, let me watch that again. And I watched it again, and it was even funnier the second time, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, the thing about a comic book is it takes effort to read. So most people don't read the comic books that they buy. Unfortunately, they should. But it takes effort to read, so you don't know if it's any good. You don't know if this guy knows how to write. But then you have a 3-minute video that was written, and with the characters and everything. Anybody can just sit there and just watch that. It goes right into their eyeballs, into their brain, up into their limbic system here, and then just you can see that it's shit. You can see that it's terrible. I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise any more live action productions. Live action superheroes are really hard to put across. But animation should be better. If there's any story, though, that needs to be written, it's not going to be good. The statue looked good, though. They got the Todd McFarlane statue, which looked good.
I thought they needed to hit 2 million for that. Am I crazy?
He says no. I don't know. I don't know or care. I'm not really sure about that. I see that being bandied about as a talking point. Like he promised animation if he hit 2 million on Alpha Core, he didn't hit it. So, but he already did. See, the thing is, like he's saying, if we hit it, we're going to release this. It's clear that he's already paid for it. So he's already got it. He's already got the expectations of having to release it. And what happens if you don't hit 2 million? Well, you might as well release it anyway. So he did that with the Yaira animation. And then the statue, it's probably true that, he was like, when we hit 2 million, I'll reveal that, I've got this situation with Todd McFarlane and I'll show you the statue. And we're nowhere near 2 million. So got to release it anyway. Maybe the releasing it will help us get to 2 million.
Oh, so you're saying he already had it manufactured?
Yes, he said, yeah, he's already, well, he didn't have it manufactured. He had the deal set up. He already, he already made the arrangement and all this stuff. Todd McFarlane is acting as a source to make these statues. You can go anywhere. You can go to Sideshow Toys and you can go say, how much for you guys to do this for me? And you can do that. They'll use their staff. They'll use their creators. They'll use their factories overseas to make you whatever you want, as long as you want to pay that premium. And as long as your fans are paying the premium, doesn't really fucking matter, does it?
Nope. Not at all. Jose says, you see the vid of the migrant pissing on a young lady? I have not. It sounds like it's something that would happen. Jose, I'll check it out. Michael P says, you have a wiki page. You made it. Yeah, I've had a wiki page for like 6 months, and it's been pretty interesting. Sometimes they don't update it for a while, though. And I'm like,
is it positive? Is it largely nice?
Oh, yeah. It's just normal. It's like this Cody
race car driver,
and here's his results, and here's how he set up his deals, and here's what he did. And it mentions you in there as well, I think, for the frog car, I'm pretty sure. And then Tim Cast after that. And yeah, so it's cool. Largely positive, which is cool. It talks about my YouTube, but it's very short. It's just like, yeah, he did YouTube about GameStop. And there's his. I got my new fire suit in though, and it's looking slick.
That looks great. Damn, dude.
Yeah, it looks great, man. It's a good fire suit, and it's comfortable, and it is perfectly fitted to my exact body shape, obviously, because it's a fitted fire suit, and it is real snug. Until I had to wear it, I wore it all day to acclimate to the heat, and it made it like loosened up just enough to where it feels so good. But it was real tight when I first put it on. I couldn't even sit down. But after,
that is so cool, man. You're a race car driver, dude. You're legit. I love it.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, man. It's been a really wild ride, and it's only going to get wilder after the last few days of talks with people. So it's going to get crazy. So I'm excited, and maybe we could have a frog truck. maybe we could have a well, I can't say much, but yeah,
we'll just send me over whatever you want to hit me up with, any proposal, and I'll take a look at it and see if we can do it, because everybody wants us to, so let's figure it out.
Yep, I'm all about it. Thank you, Michael OPTV. I appreciate you. We've been live for 3 hours. Make sure you give me a good old-fashioned updoodle, like I used to say back in 2019. Look at the cyberfrog.
Yeah. This little miniature cyberfrog that I've been messing with this whole time, fidgeting with.
Who's in that pink dress with you in that pic? That's PDH, also known as Ass Girl, also known as Jessie. She goes to most of my races. She's my biggest fan. She's a good person. But she's kind of like a slut. I'm just kidding. I'm saying that because she's probably watching right now. She usually keeps it on like a background noise when I'm streaming. Make sure you guys like the stream. We got 400 likes away from 2,000. Is that Pippa? Yeah, actually it is. Thank you. You got it right. That's the girl that actually got Pippa want to kill me. That same girl, yeah. Not Pippa. Katie did said, "Hell, Cody and Pie Man." Thank you, Katie did. Hope you're doing well. You mean Ass Girl? Yeah, Ass Girl. Yeah. How you doing, Skytex? Hope you're doing. Cody, you're banned. Oh fuck. PDH is awesome as long as you're not trusting her to drive you around in a big pickup. Yep, she'll kill your ass. Yeah. Are there still diecast cars? Where can we find them? I will post the link right now. I'm pretty sure it's still live, right, Ethan?
Yep, 4 more months until they're in.
All right. Well, I'm going to post the link right now for the diecast car. Oh, my God. It's so much higher than the last time I looked. Holy shit. God damn. There you go. Get on it, doggone it. There's your link. Get you a diecast car. It's a really, really cool thing. Did everybody claim the signed ones yet? Well, there's still 90 of them left. Get them. Get you some one of the ones that I'm going to sign. That's going to be really, really cool. I'm getting really good at signing stuff because they make us do mandatory signings every race, and there are way more people than I ever thought would be there.
Yeah, I'm going to send you like 4 or 5 crates of these things that you can just take with you. I mean, can you imagine like sitting there at your signing events and you're just selling or giving away cars to kids?
That would be really, really awesome. Cool. Yeah. Like how? Oh, can I have one of those cars? $29.99 Junior.
Yes.
Oh, that would be lucrative.
Do you want to put your face on the package? Like, what do you think?
Oh yeah.
You want to have you like in your race car suit? Like, there's a great picture of you with the Cyberfrog hat, and it's a nice heroic upshot. I could picture that like right above the car, like on the package.
I'm all about that. Yeah, let's do that. That'd be great. That'd be really, really cool.
That way, when you sign it, it's nicer.
Yeah, I'm 100% right there with you, man. I'll ask if they let me do it all for free, or if they won't be charging people. I don't fucking know how they're gonna do it, but it'll be fun. The issue with the signings is they're so fast paced and there's so many people. It's unbelievable, and the line is going so quick. But maybe I could set up a booth somewhere. That'd be fun, like before the race and advertise it. Bolt Valdez D. Frank says, send him 3 crates of Cyberfrog to give away for every $200 super chats. I will give you 1 raffle. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Valdez. Appreciate you. Road Trek Girl says 25 grams isn't even an ounce, maybe 2 teaspoons. It is awful. No excuses. Interesting. FIFA says, I unstarted. FIFA Gigantor says a Cyberfrog truck. Congrats, dude. Yes. Belt Mold Short Track Messi Martins. Yes. You said it, not me. Thank you. I ain't talking about it. Thank you, Fifi. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Yeah, stuff's about to get really fast paced and really interesting. So I'm very excited for that. The dude. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, trust me, I want to talk about it, but I can't. Need a Camelot puppet. That's what I'm talking about, Carl. I figured it'd be there by now. You know? So anyways, we've been live for 3 hours. I think everybody can agree, that reasonably can agree, that we love our friend Nick. We've been with him since I've been with him since 2019, doing shows, hanging out. He's a good dude, and he's just going through some shit. And I feel like it's reasonable to say that we all want him to survive this, want him to become a better person and beat this thing. And that's kind of what this stream was all about. So I'm going to start wrapping it up, but I just wanted to say that. That crazy delivery guy says, Women has your promo card from autograph session on his wall. You rock. No homo. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm sure you were there. Yeah, you were at one of the races. I can't remember which one. Maybe Kansas, or I can't remember. Flat Rock. I don't remember. Thank you, dude. There's just so many people. Brarius Hector says, "Thank you for the stream. Tough love is love." I agree. That's kind of the point I wanted to convey. Been a lot of fun. Nick hasn't hit rock bottom. This is going to get interesting. We talked about that. Like I said, I expected more of an accountability thing, but then again, there's a lot of legal stuff going on. So I would pay attention because he's probably going to have a show tomorrow, and it's going to be off the charts. Absolutely off the charts. So Crystal Fannin says, "How do you buy the diecast cart?" You just follow this link right here, and you hit the button under it says "See Options" in pink, and you can go down and just click the custom race car, or you can click the signed version of the one I have. So they're all there. You just got to click on that link right there and get it. G-Dash says, "Ethan, plug Fearsome."
Oh yeah, my new campaign for a comic book called Fearsome, live on Indiegogo right now. It's my new comic book. I'll pull it up real quick, Cody, and I'm not gonna keep you busy. Fearsome, which is a new comic book from All Caps Comics, publisher of Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. Go check it out tonight, please. Thanks.
Where's the link at?
Oh, that's a good question.
Actually, I can probably find it in 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's a
look at that. That was fast. 2 seconds, told you.
Yeah.
Just go to top campaigns on Indiegogo. It's like literally right there.
Yeah, it's the story of a guy who has narcolepsy and walks in his sleep, and when he's asleep, he dreams of ghosts of children who've been murdered, and he solves their mysteries and has to fight their demonic captors. So it's like a superhero mystery horror book, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I really do. So you're going to get issues 1 and 2 if you back any one of these tiers on this campaign. 2 books. And thanks.
Right. Awesome. It sounds like Lovely Bones. I don't know if you've ever read that.
I did. Yeah, that was good. I saw the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a movie as well. Yeah, it was sounds kind of like that, except that was specifically like a kid that got assaulted. It was brutal. God, that was brutal. That story is fucked up, man. God, dude. But yeah, it's been pretty interesting. D Hawk killed the art for it. Doc Brewski said. Hell yeah, dude. It was filmed in Poile, Pennsylvania. Oh wow. Right in your backyard. Look at that. Lovely Bones. It's a good movie, and the book is indeed brutal. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It is fucked up. Cole Trickle says, "Have you done any iRacing to prep for Mid-Ohio?" No, but I will. 100%. So we'll say Jamay says, let me talk about that before we get off, and then we'll get off. I fucking totally didn't talk about Kansas or Charlotte that much. Jamay can be crazy. He says, Camelot, did you miss a gear at the end that made you go 3rd to 12th? No, I was the only car that didn't take tires except for the 18. So they full throttled that shit to turn 1, and I could not. So yeah, we were just in a weird position. We're not used to being in 3rd right there at the end. So it was kind of scary. So yeah, it was a very interesting outcome that no one expected. So we didn't get tires. We should have. I don't even think we had a set of tires at the pits ready because we didn't think this situation would happen. It was just, you live and you learn. We know for the future now. So yeah, Rakin says Charlotte was a blast. Yeah, Rakin was in my pits the whole time, dude. It was fun. But let's pull that up real quick and then we'll wrap up because it won't take long at all. Let's see, right here. We'll pull it up. I think it comes out on YouTube tomorrow, but it's already on this channel right here. If I can just find it. Pavement.
Is this you with Charlotte?
Yeah. Star Cars. God, I never can remember how to find this shit. The website for this thing is so bad. Arca. There we go. Here we go. Found it. I found it. All right, cool. Oops. Let's pull this up real quick. And we're going to skim through this for 2 seconds. And then we'll log. Here we go. So this is Charlotte. Had a great race. as per usual, I was right there at the end. I was about to have a career best finish, and we still had a great finish. But it was.
And rounding out the field.
So this is Charlotte. This is on Fox Sports 1. And there was a really cool shot where they. You can see my dumb ass right here. I think we qualified 16th, and then we immediately climbed through the field. Just had a really quick car. Watch, he's gonna show my dumb face right here. Look how stupid.
Oh, there you are on the other side. Oh, nice. That's great.
I look like a goober. Anyway, and then we get into the race. The first restart. We started 16th. We had some cars spinning around and having all kinds of issues.
Do you still have the same engine that you were using before? Is it the same actual engine?
It's the one. It's like the same engine type that we had at Talladega. So it's a good one. The Timcast funding allowed me to run about 5 of those races with that engine, which really helps out. The short tracks, we still use the same stuff because the short tracks are more about driving. It's more about the driver ability than it is actually about like horsepower. Like with lower horsepower, you can kind of make it work by getting on the throttle sooner and coming off later, using a little bit more brake. Anyways, but yeah, it's fast track.
So we were talking about this sweet.
And we never went a lap down, by the way. We finished on the lead. We were just real quick. We'll go. Now we're up to 14th here. Like what? What? Who? Hold on. Who's this? It's funny.
Get ready.
And then this is the last. This is the last run. But this is where we did really, really well. And I was very excited for the finish coming up. I was like, I can't believe we're about to finish this. And so this is the last restart here, and this is where I restart third, and I didn't get tires, and everybody else did, and it was bad.
The clouds are coming.
Where am I at?
Perez grab to have another tires.
All right, and then they shuffle everything up.
One of these drivers.
So we drop like a rock because they're just flooring it. Tires mean a lot here, and I had 50 laps on my tires, man.
Wow.
People are asking why did we not get tires? It all happened real fast, and we didn't realize everybody was going to come down to get tires. We didn't really. I don't even think we had tires ready. It was just a weird situation. We weren't ready. We were trying to get maybe a top 10. Top 15 was the goal. We were trying to get a top 10. That was our overall goal, was to maybe get a top 10, and then we were in third. It was just weird. It's a weird thing. Keep in mind, this is like my first time ever at a track like this. First time this team's been running this fast somewhere like this. So it was just a new situation. So it's like, do we take tires? Do we not take tires? What do we do? And we got out of the car, and then like my crew chief was like, yeah, we definitely should have taken tires. It was crazy. It was just a lot of crazy shit. So now we know for the future that we're capable of running like this. So we're going to get tires next time. But we did get a lot of great TV time because of this. But you will see the restart right here, and that's kind of where it ends. But yeah, it was fun. But
look at you in fourth there. That was amazing. You were like listed as 4.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, man. We had a lot of fun, and we now know we're going to be even better for the future. And I'll be back in that car at Michigan, same exact car, a little bit of fresher everything. Cars can be even faster, so I'm very excited. Same crew chief. The crew chief I had was a badass. His name's Todd Parrott, championship crew chief, Daytona 500 winning crew chief with Dale Jarrett. Everything I said was wrong with the car, he fixed it with one stop. It was awesome. I'll be like, it's too loose. He come in and change 3 things, go out perfect. I'm like, that's crazy. It's like he knows everything. So that was really, really cool. I had a lot of fun.
That's so great, man. I can't wait to go back. I'm excited. I'm going to hit one of these races. Well, I guess the one I'll do, Salem Android car. I'll go to that one.
God,
bring the kids.
Awesome. That'd be absolutely wicked. Mm-hmm. Absolutely wicked. So, yeah, we'll do that. Very, very excited. Yes, Billy Hatcher. I will do Nick and Snake here shortly. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. I appreciate you. Valen says, EBS, which number will be on the diecast? I'm pretty sure it's B01, right?
I think so, yeah. I didn't take note, but I think it is.
Yeah, thank you, Valens. Appreciate you. You're the GOAT. Thank you. I got a burp. There it is. Oh, damn. Arctic Clown says new car will have Nick's fuel source on it and can go 400 miles an hour. Oh, damn. Yeah. He's like, you had Todd Parrott. Whoa, score. Yeah. That's why do you think we were running the top 10 the whole race? Because we had Todd Parrott on the box, man. He's the goat. The goat. Go to Michigan EVS and meet Malin there. Not even Shane Davis lives in North Carolina and didn't even come, or he lives in Charlotte and didn't even come to my race.
We gave him grief about it too. He should have been there.
Can't believe he did this to me.
Yeah,
that's all I thought about. I was so excited to see him, and he just didn't show up. Didn't even care.
Yeah, he should have been there. He should have been there.
Could you? How could you? Oh man. Well, thank you so much, EVS, for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, dude. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of a little bit of a tough conversation, but a good conversation. I think that's very important to have.
I enjoyed hanging out with you, getting to talk to Tug. This was fun. And the chat, of course, which is the best chat. I mean, you really do have the best people in your chat. Shout out to them. I appreciate it.
They're great, man. Yeah, they're good. They're good people, man. 200 Watt Studio says, "See you in Michigan." Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. I look forward to it.
I'm heading out before they make me do Naked Snake. You can do that by yourself. Have a good night.
Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate you. All right, boys. Awesome show today. Make sure you like the show. We're 400 likes or 350 away from goal. 350 away from goal. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, James. Appreciate you. All people. Lord. Let's hit a few of these super chats. These big ones. We added 3 names to the list with $100. Oh, we added 4 $100 names to the list for the next car at Iowa. Iowa Speedway, June 14th is Peter Watkins. Peter Watkins. Who else? Gabriel Knight, my boy. Arikius on Rumble and Trucker Rob. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. And I implore you guys to keep Nick Rekieta in your thoughts. And I know a lot of you think negative things. And I get it. I mean, I do too. Like we all do. That's why I had this show, because I didn't really like the fact that everybody was overtly defending him and kind of ignoring the stuff that, needs a little bit of accountability just so you can improve your life and move forward. And I think that's very important. I think Nick's smart and I think he can handle it. And I really, really hope to see that in the future. So I look forward to watching Nick's show. I think it'll be very, very, insightful. I think it'll be a good show. So that'll be really, really fun. So regardless of what you think, there's a family involved. And I think that we should always hope for the best and pray for the best in that situation. So thank you. Get on it. Don't get on it. Yes. So let's do Neck and Snake. You guys ready for the 307th Neck and Snake in a row? Because it's coming, boys. All over your face. I appreciate you guys so much. Everybody on Locals, everybody on Rumble, I appreciate you guys so much. What an awesome show. Record breaking. I think this is the highest concurrent viewers show I've ever had, even beating Pippa. Thank you. I appreciate you. Will you, if you ever get first, will you do Neck and Snake out of the trophy? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you like Richmond, you're like, oh, I love it. Love it. All right, boys. Get on it, doggone it. I appreciate you guys. Let's do Neck and Snake real quick. And, God, my nose. It's itchy. I'm about to sneeze. Please don't make me sneeze. My chest is really hairy. It's been about a week. I've been traveling. So get ready for that. Reese, I appreciate you, dude. I love you. Wolverine Snicked over on Rumble. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Ankovic, and also Nixon High Spirits. So that's good to hear. Cody Higginbotham. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Until next time, get the hell on it, dog. Let's do Neck and Snake for the boys in the back. And then we're going to raid somebody with 2,000 viewers. If we can keep 2,000 viewers, don't leave. Here we go, boys. I'll ask Ethan, Trent. I appreciate you. Here we go. Thank you, Diesel. Let's go. I'm on my headset off. Here we go. Amazing. All right, boys. We did it again. We only lost 100 viewers. That's unexpected. I thought we'd lose like 700. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. I really, really appreciate it. It's been so much damn fun tonight with you boys. I love you and I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you Wednesday. I'll have some guests on Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tonight we had Ethan Van Sciver and that umbrella guy. Make sure you give it some love. Had a lot of fun today. I appreciate you guys so much. And until next time, we tell on a dog on it. Let's find somebody to raid real quick. La Sunday, La Cune says, damn, Nick. Damn, Nick. We lost the kids again. Jesus. On Rumble, thank you. I appreciate you. All right, let's get over here. Okay, let's just be slow. Come on now. All right. YouTube's like frozen. I didn't know putting it on slow mode. I didn't know putting it on slow mode was going to make everything slow on YouTube. Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. Beep, 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 beep. Why is Michael Marute still racing? Karis, John Malin. Hold on, let's see what's going on in these shows before I just start raiding peeps. Okay, he's getting off. Maybe Alex Stein. What do you think? I think Alex Stein might be good. If I can even click it. I don't know how long he's been live though. Let me make sure before. Yeah, I think we'll do Alex Stein. Let me see if people in the chat. What car do you drive? The Timcast Toyota. Oops, I'm in the wrong chat. I'm in the wrong chat, boys. Sorry. Start for a hot second, Camelot. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh my god. I doubt it, Brewski. Oh, I doubt it. Mick Stiller says Alex is perfect. Fuck, why won't it load? Good Logic. A lot of people are saying Good Logic. Let's do Good Logic. Good Logic is the boy. All right, we're going to do Good Logic. There we are. Save. Awesome. All right, say hi to Joe for me in the chat, please. Give him some love. Say Cam Raid in the chat. He's a good man. Make sure you guys like this stream before you leave. We're almost to 2,000, which is insane. I don't think I've had a 2,000 like stream ever. Ever. Well, other than the PlayStation 5 launch stream. Get on it, doggone it. I'll see you guys on the next one Wednesday. Don't forget, Wednesday. We'll be live at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time with some guests. And then I'll have a show this weekend for the first time in forever because I don't have a race this weekend. I get 2 weeks off to relax. So I'll see you guys over there. Kevin says, Arca Xfinity Cup number. Just Google my name, Cody Dennison, and you'll see my wiki. And it has it there. I'll race for a lot of different teams. So, all right, boys. I'll see you over there. Love you. Appreciate you. Thanks, Nick, for stopping in the chat. Gonna have a lot of fun. Get on it, doggone it.